That's
wow.
us. We are live.
That was
now.
nice.
Okay.
It's, my mic sounds like it's not working, but
Yeah,
I
my
hope
mic
it is.
sounds fairly quiet too.
Oh,
just
mine's
the
working.
volume thing.
Yeah, I can hear Luke. Just
Regardless, let's press forward as if they're working fine,
Yeah.
and hopefully someone will tell us if they're not.
Hopefully they can hear.
Okay.
Well, I can't hear myself, Tim, so
Yep.
that's
None of us
awesome.
can hear ourselves, but we'll just go
I'm just
forward.
gonna do this.
Ooh,
now.
Under
I
the
hear
assumption
me.
that yeah, I hear you clearly.
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah,
you.
and mine works.
Oh, it's me. Hey, guys.
Oh yeah, you're there.
It's just me.
Hey,
It's my show today.
I can hear you.
I guess
There we
it's Levi and I are
Still
muted.
can't- no, still can't hear ourselves.
Yeah, no.
Can't hear Levi. Can't hear Dane. I can hear me.
Well, Morgan, why don't you? Hey, there we go.
Oh,
That's
there
you.
you
I got it.
Oh,
Hey, my mic's on.
There we go. Okay.
All right, guys.
Sorry, guys.
Welcome.
That's technical for you.
Yeah.
Sorry, welcome to the Q&A.
Yes.
Thursday.
Yes.
This is a early edition because we have a Christmas party to go to at I Love Big Gals.
What?
It's called Big Al's.
Oh, that's what it's called.
Wait,
Yeah.
I thought it was in
Bagels.
Dane's mailroom.
No,
Oh.
the mailroom's got too much stuff in there to get all 34 employees plus spouses
Gotcha.
at the rag company
Yeah.
into.
That was a
It's not,
misunderstanding.
maybe next year,
Yeah, okay.
but we may have more employees by then, so
Maybe.
you never know.
Can never
But,
be sure.
You gotta get that mailroom cleaned
yeah,
out, Dane.
he's
Wow.
working on it. He's working on it.
It's a work in progress, one shred at a
Yeah.
time. So,
Yep, literally.
Well, right off the bat, folks are probably wondering where
Yeah.
All Day Anthony is.
and who this guy in his seat is?
Well, All Day Anthony actually doesn't work here. That's the thing people don't know. But
He's
people are
interchangeable
probably wondering,
piece.
where's that guy that likes All Day Anthony so
Oh.
much, the All Day super fan?
Yeah, so much he
Anthony
wants
Fisher.
to wear his skin. It's kind of
Well,
terrifying.
I think it's just because the name Anthony thinks he's cool, and they both drive Hondas and Groms and stuff.
I
So
think Levi's covering for
That's
him.
my-
I
guys.
think that's what it is. Oh, Luke's live too.
That was
Oh.
my phone making that.
So
Yeah.
Anthony had to leave. He is on a plane headed to go. He went to San Antonio yesterday.
Yeah,
Got to watch his brother graduate from the Air Force.
yeah, that's super
from
cool.
basic, so that was pretty cool. So he's airman now.
Yep.
Anthony boarded a plane yesterday, early in the morning.
And
Landed in Denver about 9 a.m.
And when he got to Denver, it's funny. He crossed paths.
Yeah,
With this guy.
Luke Bergey's in the
Hey!
house, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay!
Yay! So Luke was flying in to come to the rag company because he didn't want to miss the Christmas party. So
Right.
he is here.
That's
He's
actually the
hanging.
only reason I came.
I know, that's
Oh.
why. You were like,
Wow.
I love bowling. I love rag company. Let's do this.
Yep.
So,
Tie it all together.
yeah. So, no, but seriously, Luke's here. He's visiting. He's hanging out with us for today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
Flying home Saturday, but he wanted to come hang out at the rag company, and why not? And this is the perfect occasion because we needed a fourth for
Yes.
the live. So,
Yeah, there we go.
you guys in the comments get to see one of your own, Luke Bergey, in the house. So,
Live vicariously through Luke.
yes, exactly. So basically, they ran into each other at the Denver Airport. Yeah, Luke, what was going on?
So at the Denver airport there, I was in Terminal C. I landed. I texted Levi saying that I landed in Denver, and he's like, "No way, Anthony literally just landed there too." I'm like, "Well, do you have any clue what his gate is?" He's like, "No, he's not even at a gate yet." So he made a group chat on Facebook Messenger. And anyway, Anthony did not open it yet, and I'm like, "Oh, I guess it won't work out to meet up with him or whatever." And then in the Denver airport there's a section where it's a very tall ceiling, and you actually see down to the entrance to the tram going between the 3 or 4 terminals. I
Yeah,
forget how many.
Kind of
it
like
is.
an atrium or something. Yeah.
So there's the entrance there. And they have a small jet hanging from the ceiling actually. And I was trying to take a picture or video or whatever. I forget what it was. But then I hear Luke Bergey. And I look around. I'm so confused. And then I see Anthony and his wife Katie walking towards me. I'm like, we literally ran into each other accidentally.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, it was perfect.
That's
so
great.
we probably yip-yapped for probably 15, 20 minutes. But
Nice.
so
Yeah, it was
nice.
good. It was fun, and we were bummed because Anthony was going to be leaving when
Yeah,
Luke
we
was on his
thought,
way. And we were like, dang, he's not going to get
They're
to
going to
see
miss.
him.
Yeah.
So it was super exciting because you had texted me, and literally Anthony texted me and was like, oh, I just landed in Denver because he hates flying into Denver.
yeah, because Denver is
So-
always choppy air.
Yeah, so he
coming
had
and
just
going.
said, like, landed, didn't like it. And I was like, oh, Luke's there. Go find him. So it was great. I was glad you guys were able to catch up to each other. So that was good. But we got a lot of questions.
Yes.
So let's.
I have one. I have one to
what
start
do you
with
got?
first.
She's got
So
Morgan's
we
got
have
one
we have
from
a
the
special
back.
request from one of our
G. Davis?
customers.
Oh.
No, one of our customers who won the hashtag Love Wowos
Oh,
giveaway
yes.
that we did.
Yes.
We did that promotion, right?
Over the Black Friday.
Yeah. So this was the winner, and I sent him an email letting him know that he won. He was very excited. So Bill Lewis is his name, and he wants to know, what is your guys' best recommendation for a sealant to use on PPF? He doesn't want to use a ceramic coating.
Ah,
Okay.
Sealant, bead maker.
I mean, yeah, for a coating
But-
not for a coating, for PPF.
For PPF. But
Yeah.
because he got the Love Wowos, and we're going to talk about some Wowos products while we're doing this.
Naturally.
Honestly, Contact 121 is great on PPF. Works just fine. And realistically, he could just use the quick detailer after every wash, and he's going to get UV protection. He's going to get slickness. He's going to get all the great things.
I want to
to
stress to people that the quick detailer in the Wobos lineup is not your average quick detailer.
It's not.
It's called a quick detailer, but it is so much more than that.
Yep.
And I mean, I'd say Anthony, it was kind of his baby out
Yeah,
of the lineup.
yeah.
That was the one he really, really wanted to.
Yeah,
like,
he focused on
mold
that one the
into
most, yeah.
something really special. So yeah, you could totally use that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Well,
Thanks,
congratulations, Bill. Hope you enjoy
Congrats.
those. Frank Martinez received Crystal Sealant and Quick Detailer today. Haven't had a chance to use Crystal Sealant, but Quick Detailer is amazing. You're right.
See?
And then our Crystal Sealant, Quick Detailer, and 121 sun-friendly products. So depends on how much sun you're talking about, Frank. So I'm going to say Quick Detailer is probably the best for that out of those three. I am going to say that, again, with any type of high heat situations and things, you have to test the product in certain areas because the flash process changes the availability, like just how the product sits on the surface changes.
Well, and is that sun on a cold day but direct sunlight, or is
Right,
that sun on a
yes.
hot day and direct?
Yeah,
it
the
changes.
temperature is, you got to find out what the ambient temperature is. So I'm going to say no on Crystal Sealant. You need to have the appropriate temperature. If it's too hot, it flashes way too fast.
You kind of want to treat it almost like a coating the
yeah.
way you're putting it on. So,
And then 121, yes, technically you can put it on the sun, but again, same rules apply. You've got to watch on how fast it cures. Now, I'd never recommend putting a product on in full sunlight.
If you can help it,
if you
don't
can,
do
if
it.
you can get into some shade, that's the best bet. So always try and watch out for that. And then he asked, can I use 121 on a windshield? You can. I haven't done any hard testing with 121 on glass. So
You might want to go with, once again, like the quick detailer, or even crystal sealant or something.
you can put crystal
do
sealant
that.
on your windshield.
Yeah.
That's fine. But as I just haven't tested enough, and the thing about it is it doesn't have that ability to really bond with the glass because of the fact the amount of friction that your wipers create will probably remove the 121. I would
The
imagine.
121, once again, yes, wax is a protective product, but 121, the real claim to fame on it, we're always realistic about what we try and set the expectations for products are. 121, it is absolutely, when it comes to the hydrophobics, that's where it shines. That's what it's there for. So for like crazy protection, crystal sealant's going to be your like really tough stuff.
Yeah, and now we're talking into stacking, which is something
Yeah.
we thought about. Frank Martinez again asking, can you top 121 with quick detailer? And if you do, how long do you have to wait, and will it affect the water behavior? And is there a big difference in slickness between the two? Thanks. Excited for Wowo. So you can, but again, there's no need.
Right. 121 on its own is like the peak.
Yeah, 121 on its own is going to be able to do a lot of what you want. You're going to change the water behavior by adding quick detailer to it. You're not going to change it a lot, but you're going to lose the benefits of the 121 in the first place. That's why you put it on there.
Yeah.
So I would honestly top crystal with quick detailer and do that. And if you're looking to just do 121 on a car, just do the 121.
Yeah.
Or top crystal with 121.
I'd be curious to hear Luke's input on this because he was actually playing around
Well,
with
last
it
night,
on the car with
Luke
you.
was at my house and we were working on the Camry. We cleaned it up for Carly, give O&R wash, and then Luke, we used quick detailer on the whole thing, dried it off. Luke really fell in love with that, and then got to play with crystal on the hood. And we did the applicator method where we sprayed it on the applicator, sprayed it on the hood, and then
treat it like
applied
a coating
it
almost.
like
yeah.
a coating, kind of with two towels, a 365 and an Eagle.
Right.
And that worked the best. That's how I feel. I don't know what you thought, Luke. This is your first time using it. Kind of
Yeah.
played with it.
Yeah, the little bit I experimented with it there. Like Levi told me, I made the mistake of spraying on the applicator, then trying to do the whole hood and then buffing it off. Don't do that. It's a bad idea. It will be
It took
extremely hard to
look a
remove.
lot harder to get off because you
Yes.
went too far.
Yes, extreme. So take third of a panel, half
Yeah.
panel type thing at a time. I was extremely impressed with how slick it was for a spray effectively. Now, we didn't necessarily use it as spray on like bead maker because we used the applicator, but it was quite impressive with how slick it is. It definitely doesn't have the scent of bead maker though.
No.
No.
It smells like Elmer's glue.
And that's
Yeah.
why we tell people like Crystal Sealant, if you're looking for like all the awesome scents and you're like, oh, this is amazing, we tell people Crystal Sealant. It's an awesome product, but it's one of the few where we're like, the smell, because of the way it behaves and works, the chemistry won't allow for that smell without interfering with the effectiveness of it. So that's where a trade-off.
Yeah,
had to
you
be
get
made.
that resin.
Yeah.
You smell the resin in it. So, but
But
yeah,
it's
no,
worth it.
Yeah, and then we topped
Yeah.
it. We let it sit for about an hour, and then we just topped it with quick detailer.
Which I was also extremely impressed with. I've never been a quick detailer person. I've used a bunch of them. I've never really liked it. I never found any need for it. But after using this last night, I'm either taking it home or shipping it home. I don't know yet. But
He
it's
literally
coming
said
home
that
with me
to me
either
while
way.
he's wiping my hood. He's like, I'm gonna
He
take this
came
home.
all
I'm gonna
this way. I feel
I
like
might
we
fit
could-
this in my
we
bag.
could give him a bottle.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, he came all this way.
So yeah, so that's where that's at with those. I try not to put anything. I'm going to tell you guys, just don't try not to top 121. There's no reason to.
No,
121 is the topper.
you want
So-
121 because it's 121 contact angle.
Yep.
There you go.
So Dan Pfeiffer, good morning, and word up from snowy, cold
Hey.
Minneapolis. My car looks
Ooh.
like crap right now, but O&R to the rescue tomorrow. Got a new stock of towels last week. Thanks, guys.
Get it, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
Quick question: what towels were those? Because I'm just curious.
Yeah,
Good
See
question.
what you got there, Dan. Rectangle. Rag Company. See you in 30 minutes. Rectangle. Very sad day. My Woes order got delayed. Oh, no. Hopefully I'll receive it soon. Rag Company. Oh, no. What did you get? That was Tim. And then Frank Martinez. I need to throw my phone away. I just ordered Contact 121. I can't stop buying stuff.
No.
That is me quite very often.
Yeah. Hans. Hello, Jaggers Anonymous.
Hey.
Hansi, what's going on? Kyle House. Hey, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Can you please talk about how often or likely it is to set in a stain with a steamer or other methods? Set in a stain. Don't know what you're talking about, Kyle. How to break a set-in stain or to...
Are you trying to create stains?
Yeah, I'm kind of confused by what you mean.
Maybe it's
Talk
just a
about
terminology
How often or
thing.
likely it is to set in a stain with a steamer, or other method. Yeah, I don't know. What
My
that
guess
Yeah,
would
if
be
he
there are
writes
certain
below.
stains I know I've run into. If you use like a steamer type thing, it almost like locks it in.
That's what. Yeah,
I can't
Oh,
remember.
maybe
there's
that's
like
what
a.
it
It's a
means.
heat. Well, so there are some paints, there are some markers, there are some dyes that once heated, set, like they. So you don't ever want to get them hot, because then you'll never remove them. You
Yeah.
actually end up making them permanent. But if you do it with a cold method, you're able to kind of remove or release those stains. So they're able to at least wick and lessen them. So if that's what you're talking about, comment below, dude, and we'll see if we can figure that out. So,
We want to know.
Future Prison, hey, I'm sick, booums.
Boo earns.
Yeah,
That's what I'm putting in my head.
yeah, there you
anyway.
go. Sorry, Future Prison, you're stuck and sick. Vigor Auto Detailing. For this episode, I want all the TRC members to walk in like they're being introduced on a game show. That's a great idea. We'll have to try that. Ladies and gentlemen, here, you know him, you love him, the Dane.
Oh.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, Tim the
Hans
announcer.
could announce it. Dr. Sudzie from Missouri. Oh, All Day Anthony. Can't wait for this week's show. Vigor,
man.
All Day Anthony, when are you going to start a live stream show? Dr. Sudzie, hey from Missouri. Rock on. Hans closing. Luke, put that foam lance down and put back those O&R bottles.
Yeah.
That's
No
literally-
promises.
He's been walking around just asking questions to all the customers and people that they can foam
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
So
He's trying.
G Davis, awesome. It's take your son to work day. Augie is growing up so fast.
That's great.
Not quite.
Bob Peters, plug the router in. Thank you, Bob. We
Yep,
made
good
sure
call.
of that. Bought plenty of Excel, so we're good. We upped our
God.
Excel bill. So Dr. Sudsy just seconds away. And then Luke Berge, can I foam O&R if I put contact 121 in it. No, Luke, you can't. You know that.
What?
worth a
How are
shot.
you there and there at the same
Yeah.
time? Oh my goodness. Okay.
Hans, only if you add Wowo's Hydro Sealant or Hydrobead. That's one of the
Ah.
products that is only available in Europe. It's not available here yet.
Yeah,
So-
it's one of those ones where you put it on and you like pressure wash on it.
It's because Hans got to go with the Rag Company Europe, Wowo's Europe
Yes.
team, and went to a detailing Christmas show, outdoor Christmas show, and got to buy the whole line.
It's like a farmer's market for detailing.
Yeah, it's like a farmer's market for detailing. But he got to go check out. He got to grab the whole line
Wow.
before it went live. He
Yeah.
got to get it on Saturday.
The line is quite large.
And he got and like we said, Rag Company Europe, Wowo's Europe is carrying the entire Wowo's line. We are only carrying a select, the first like 16 products.
the
that
ones
we
you
could-
see
that
here,
feel
ones we had
wanted to bring.
direct involvement in
Yeah.
developing and helping out with. So that definitely makes a difference
Yeah.
for us.
So in case you were wondering,
Yeah.
So Ricky Colon, hello TRC from Puerto Rico. Ricky, what's going on? Vigor,
Hey.
y'all are late. We were all pretty early.
It was like a couple minutes in.
Well,
Adam-
Dane was
somewhere.
busy out in the parking lot
Yeah.
playing around with his jag.
Wow.
But we won't talk
Well,
about
it's
that.
wet outside, so Dane likes to, he likes to burn up those tires in the back.
Well, see, he wanted to make a product video using the tar and glue remover.
Yeah, he needed to
So,
get some
so he's
rubber
trying
on
to,
it.
get a little rubber
Yeah.
spread around.
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Adam Thurman
As
got
you
his
do.
Wowo's yesterday. Can't wait to try it out this weekend.
Yes.
So, G. Davis, Luke, is it true you're in Boise scouting members for Closen and Bergie's Detail Spa and Meatball Emporium?
I cannot confirm or deny.
I will say, he did say, are there any small shops with a garage door access and maybe a small cafe up front? And I said, why do you need to know that? And he said, no reason.
Yeah.
Just curious.
Little,
Yeah, I was
little,
like,
little questionable.
Okay.
It's what I ask wherever I go.
Yeah.
Literally anywhere. All right, what do we
Microfiber
got?
question.
Ooh, hey, what do we got here? Why don't you
Okay.
take it, Morgan?
That's it.
That's
It just
the
says
question.
Oh,
microfiber.
it
Stanley
just
Rivers.
literally says microfiber question. I was-
Microfiber question from Stanley Rivers. All right. Hans
Oh.
Closen, G. Davis. Well, guess the cat's out of the bag.
Oh,
G. Davis
Dang.
says music from Hans Walkman. Thanks, Hans. So Luke, the opening party music.
that's Hans's stage name.
Mhm.
Hans
Dang.
Walkman.
That's some cool music while we wait. Nate Shrum, I like waiting music from Next Day Nate.
It's all on Tim, man. He made good
Israel
choices.
Cortez, what are the best and safe Wowo's products to use on coated cars?
Coated cars.
Well, for exterior stuff, basically, the waxes are fine. All-purpose cleaner, glass cleaner, waterless wash, crystal sealant, showstopper, detailer shampoo.
Specifically,
All those are good.
In regards to the waterless wash on a coated car, you want to make sure you actually dilute it a little bit.
Yep.
It helps because it is quite concentrated.
Well,
in
even
its
on
form
on a
here.
non-coated car.
Yeah, I mean,
you
any
can dilute
really.
it 1-to-1. You can go up to almost 3-to-1 on a coated car.
But on
it works
a
fine.
coated car in particular,
Yeah.
I recommend it.
So it's good stuff. You can the entire line is safe for coating. The only ones I would probably try and stay away from is all-purpose cleaner straight,
Yeah.
and straight fallout remover. That's about it. Tar
Generally,
and
the
glue.
stuff that's designed to remove things,
Yeah,
probably don't
yeah.
want to be
Just-
using that
just-
directly on your
Stay away from that.
coated surfaces.
All right.
Unless you're trying to remove it. All right, moving down
G.
the
Davis, what do you see there, Luke?
I like your prime parking spot, Nate. Employee of the month.
That is Nate gets here early enough so that he can, and it does have a sign that says Bronco Booster on it.
line. Ah, it
So,
does.
yeah.
It does.
Nate Strum says, G. Davis, where were we at? Okay. G. Davis, B&K Detailing and Good Meats, LLC. G. Davis, I like that, Hans Closen.
Hans, you weren't supposed to tell that name to anyone yet. We didn't announce that yet, but okay then.
Nate Strum says, more like year, G. Davis. Jamie the Cleaner, this Christmas beat is my jam.
Yeah.
Ricky Cologne reminds me of the pre-programmed tracks on all those old small Casio keyboards.
And what's wrong with that? Nothing. That's what.
Cyber Bronco, what can clean the pitted-looking rubber around the windows in my Kia Sorento? Dane, take it.
That trim, for example, if you're cleaning the pitted rubber, I mean, well, are you trying? Well, first, are you looking to clean it? Are you looking to protect it? There's a number of things. I mean, I turn to Solution Finish if I'm looking for a permanent solution on that stuff. But that's just, where you would go if you're trying to make it look new again. As far as just cleaning it, though, yeah, there's a few different things you could use, but you wouldn't want to use something that has any kind of solvent or anything in it that could potentially wear away more of that rubber trim or any of that plastic stuff. I hand it over to Luke because Luke does a lot of detailing here. What would you say?
Now maybe I'll get in trouble for this, but
No, go for
for-
it. What you got?
depending on how faded it is, if it is extremely faded, solution finish all the way.
Yep.
If it is not extremely faded, Richard Lynn Black Wow Pro.
That is a
Okay,
good product.
It doesn't stain your hands and whatnot. It smells phenomenal. I love the smell of it, and it has phenomenal hydrophobics, which I mean
Hey,
that's
but
always
that's
fun.
always nice. I mean,
But yeah, if it's lightly faded, I generally grab that. Just it's easier. You don't have to worry about dyeing your towels, your hands, and everything like solution finish. But you can restore extremely faded with it, but you're gonna be doing multiple coats of solution finish almost every time.
yeah,
You can
solution
get away with
finish
one
is like
coat.
basically a one and done when you start.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Nice.
no, good points. Very good points.
Smeek Raptor.
What?
Wow.
Oh, it's like an acronym. Yeah.
Look at all these sexy people. Thank
Hey.
you. Appreciate it. Rectangle Luke, can you foam our O&R?
Oh no.
I cannot confirm or deny. I'll be playing with that in the parking lot later on Dane's Jag.
You
Yeah.
can't.
Vigor Auto Detailing, they're not working. Jim
Oh,
Green,
no.
here they are. Hans, look who that is. It's Master Foam O&R. And then Hans,
no.
whoop, whoop. Jeff C., I want to place my Wowo's order soon. Crystal Sealant, Contact 121, and Quick Detailer. Do I need to be concerned about the products freezing during transit to Minnesota? So, Jeff, it's something we can't stop. But I will tell you that so far I've been leaving bottles in my car
You froze them on purpose.
to freeze just to see if the effectiveness has changed. And I haven't seen anything yet. They work just fine. So
Yeah. So far, so good.
remember, it freezes up in Scotland too. So
Yeah.
If I can recommend, I'd get a bottle of the interior finisher. Using that last night, it has a very distinct smell. It's subtle, but it works phenomenal. And I mean, it's not a real expensive product, so I would advise grabbing that at the same time as your other products.
yes,
Yeah,
I
that's
agree.
Levi's favorite, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
Well, just the way it feels after you finish is such a it's perfect. I don't know what else to call
And
it.
it does
I don't
give
say
that like
about many
perfect amount of
things.
sheen. It's very makes
It's
it like
not
deep
an ugly,
yeah.
greasy, shiny mess.
It makes it look deep and good looking, not the sliminess like friggin' Armor All. But we won't get
It's-
into that.
It's classy. It's classy. Yeah, that's what we look for. Anyway, Morgan, why don't you get the next one?
All right, so let's move on to Alan B.
Yep.
He says, "Don't drink and drive. Happy holidays."
Thank you,
Correct.
Alan.
Dang.
Appreciate it.
Excellent advice.
I saw that in a fortune cookie once. G. Davis says, "I like big gals, and I cannot lie."
G. Davis would say that.
He would say that.
What about Martin?
Martin said, "Hi from Sweden. What would be the best floor, wall, and roof color for a detailing room or studio?"
Oh. On one hand, it's kind of subjective. And
Yeah.
on the other hand, there is some science behind it.
So a lot of folks like doing the white room stuff. And the biggest thing about that is it works and it looks really awesome.
It
Take
looks
pictures
impressive.
White
Looks
or like
great.
the obsessed garage generally goes was that slate gray or
in.
something like that.
Yes.
It's a lighter
So
gray.
It's a
Neutral colors is
So
what
the
you're
goal
looking
is,
for.
and then there's the opposite end. People like utilizing the dark walls. So
Yeah, I mean, like these guys, for example.
yeah, Rupes has the
Yeah.
dark wall studio, and Jason Rose talks about how you're not distracting your eyes from the defects with all the other stuff. So
Right.
I kind of take a middle approach. At my shop, I did a gray wall, and then I did a colored floor just because I like looking at the background.
So there's
I
a
utilize the
couple of
background
things.
for a lot of different reference points. It was an old PDF trick where they basically, you've got like I'm gonna say right here behind me, you see these lines in the foam.
Yeah.
They would put one of those, and they still do this to this day. They put that up, and then they use that to find out if there's any undulation in the metal on the panel. That's how they can find a dent or a ding or something. I like using that too because I can actually focus on something to sharpen. Like I can make the image sharper, so to speak.
Yeah.
So I like having stuff. So I would like, see how clear I could get a picture on the wall or whatever in the reflection of the panel. So it's trying to, I look to find if there's any blurriness. You know,
So you're
that's
kinda-
why so I create a reference point. So
Yeah.
I did a gray wall, and then I did the classic red stripe, and then white up on top, just to get more light reflecting off the roof. But the floor I had was a patterned checkerboard, red and gray, and I like that because I could look in the tiles, and I had the channels, and I could see those and use those as a reference. So if I had a orange peely spot or a blurry spot or a scratchy spot, that gave me some of that. So
Yeah, I mean, as far as what I've heard from multiple people, Ivan really liked having a white room. Jason really likes the dark room.
Yeah.
But what I've found is there's reasons for both. In the white room, I've always found when we're doing like our product videos and stuff, if we're applying a coating, if we're doing something that leaves like a trail or has to flash or something like that, the white room shows it much, much better on camera and just to the naked eye. It looks a lot better in a white room. But when it comes to paint correction and that sort of stuff, Ivan really liked the white room for it, but I found, at least for my eyes, that I kind of agree more with Jason in that particular respect. Working on paint, you can see more of the specific detail where you localize the light just to where you want to work. In a dark room, you have less reflection, or at least less, distractions going on, that you can see what you're focusing on. But if you want to see the big picture, then a white room makes sense. But if you're just trying to kind of laser focus in on stuff, then the dark room makes sense. So in the case of our media center we're putting together, which is a work in progress right now, we will have both black and white walls. You saw it yesterday.
Yes, and it's going to be quite exciting once that's done. I can tell you that much.
We are excited.
and texture.
Yeah.
We're talking about trying to add some texture, whether it be some gray brick or something that we can do on the over by the dance floor.
Paneling,
So,
something cool.
yeah. So, Dr. Sudsy, lol, I thought that's what he said. I don't know what that means. Hans Closen, heard Luke is making burgers. I don't believe it until I see it on the video. We haven't talked about Luke barbecuing some hamburgers tomorrow or not.
I mean, I'm willing to.
It's a possibility.
I would
So
like to see it.
we'll figure it out. Smeeker Raptor, do you guys have a spreadsheet or list of towels that you recommend for certain uses? Basically, I always recommend 245s, 365s, Creatures, Eagle 350s, and then some twist loop drying towels. Those are my main go-tos. But I don't have a spreadsheet of that kind of set up or anything like that.
We just kind of... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, you've got your own opinions. I definitely want to hear what you have to say.
No, I
about
was
it.
literally just going to say there, if you're just trying to get started, the 365s, honestly, I was just using whatever crappy microfiber at AutoZone, which was complete crap.
Yeah.
And I got a case of hydrosilics from actually Fillet Details Domain. I never even used it all then. But, yeah, well, we won't talk about that part. But anyway, he threw in a couple of the Dragos, which are 365s with the satin. It's satin, or is it micro suede?
Okay.
Suede.
Yeah.
Okay, with suede edge that are not being made as of now. But anyway, and that's when I fell in love with that towel, because you could tell there's a difference in the quality of the towel.
Yeah.
And then the next order I made I ordered from here, I straight up got an entire case of the 365s to start with.
Yeah.
I am generally someone who likes to go big or go home,
Yeah.
and I generally don't go home. I go big.
But if
yeah,
you're going to
so
have one
Luke
towel
is
to
right,
do it
though.
all,
It's the one, we always joke, it's the one towel. It's 365 days. It's 365 GSM for 365 days of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I
Oh,
started out
perfect
using
for
that
everything.
Windows glass paint, and I mean anything.
Yeah.
And some of those towels I legit probably have 450 washes in on.
And it makes perfect sense if you're the kind of person who doesn't want to I don't want all the complication of this for this and that for that. Just if you want one thing and you want to just focus and get it in bulk, save a little bit that way, 365 is where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, what are they, 95 cents a towel? So at least I think that's what it was when I got
You're
it.
in the neighborhood of the low dollar range, high 90 cent rate. You're in that ballpark
Yeah.
depending on how many you get.
Yeah.
So,
well,
yeah.
in my
that'll
case, where I
definitely-
bought the case of them.
Yeah, when you're buying cases and stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, that's the way to go if you're a shop. Even if you're an individual and I plan to buy a big old chunk right now and then I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I
for a
mean,
while.
that was about a year and a half ago, and I still have probably half the case left.
Yeah,
And I've sold some of them off to some of my friends and whatnot because they're just
they last.
phenomenal.
We're doing selfies
you
now?
do?
All right.
Hold on.
Hold
Hold on. I got Eric Joseph of G Technic sending me
Oh.
asking
Ah.
questions, and I told him I'm live on YouTube, and he
He could just ask questions
he
here.
called me and texted last Thursday during the live, and he's like, "What again?"
Well, he keeps picking
he
the
knows
same
what's
time.
up, so let's get everybody in here. So
In his defense, though, I mean, we are an hour earlier.
we are an
It
hour
is
early.
true.
So,
Yep.
All right. So moving down the list, Morgan, care to
Yep.
take it?
Yep. Veteran Details says hi to all. Just dropping in for a couple of minutes. Can't hang.
Patty, what's up?
Oh, say hello. Can't hang around. Off to Opticoat, a Mustang GT. I will catch up later. Have a great show.
Thanks, Patty.
is that
You
go ahead.
check this out later, and we all said hi. All right.
Is that Opticoat or Opticoat Pro or Opticoat Pro Plus? Because I really like Opticoat, so I'm just curious.
I'm pretty sure with him, that one, if it's on a Mustang GT, it could be either, I guess. Pro Plus just has a lot of gloss. So
Yeah,
much gloss.
the Jag does look pretty good out there. I'm not
it
gonna lie.
does look pretty good.
I'm still waiting for my ride though.
Dude, yeah, okay, I'll take your route. Don't
Okay.
worry.
Alright. G. Davis wants to know, Luke, did you meet Levi's cat?
I most certainly did. Actually, last night.
So
I-
Luke, one of the things, Luke is staying at the MOSHQ. Actually, you're staying in the upper, the second story of the MOSHQ, so to
Oh.
speak. Quite literally.
Mhm.
And
That-
where did you choose to sleep? Was it the theater or
Yeah.
the Disney-themed room?
I did pick the theater.
Oh, wonderful. So he got to stay in the MOSHQ theater. Again, one of the many amenities offered at the MOSHQ. Right outside the door, nice fridge filled with ginger ale,
Oh.
Diet
Oh.
Pepsi,
I was going to say, Diet Pepsi
Mountain
has
Dew.
to be in there.
and some Diet Cherry 7-Up. Also, while Luke was there, he had access to his very own bathroom, fully complemented with a toilet, a sink, and a shower and tub combo.
Oh.
My God, the luxury of it
Right?
all.
Also, one of the
It
things
is high end.
one of the things I showed him were the many light switches that control not only the 3 fans. There's 3 ceiling fans above the MOSHQ, but also the bathroom fan, as well as numerous light switches throughout. I said, this one turns on this light, this one turns on. He was really impressed with the level of amenities.
That's great.
Then we went down the stairs. We worked in the MOSHQ, got to detail a car. It was quite spectacular.
Wonderful.
As well, the dog and the cat. So, Luke, tell me, what did you think of Sherlock?
Well, let me quickly jump down here to Rec Handles. He asked how the California King's bed was, which I'm assuming, as we talked about last week on the Q&A, about how this week and this week only was supposed to be the full ride company experience where you could sleep in Dane's bed, the California King, and everything else we're going to go with.
Other people seem to make these decisions.
So
for me.
I arrived here, and Dane effectively just flipped me the bird and said, "Well, you're homeless." So
Oh
then
my
that's
God.
when that's when Levi so graciously picked up and said, "Hey, you can stay here. I won't make you go homeless." So yeah, thanks you for that, Dane. But
Here's
yeah,
the bus. Get under it.
but yeah. So last night we hung out or whatever. Then I went to go upstairs to go to bed or whatever. So I kind of put a blanket down on the couch there where I was going to be sleeping. I jump in the shower. I come out. Sherlock is laying directly in the middle of
Yeah.
where I was trying to sleep. I tried to move him. He did not want to move. He's like,
Yeah.
bro, this is
It's like
my
a,
spot.
It's like a little bag of sand. You can't move
A
him.
little bag of sand.
Honestly,
No.
He
though.
rolls. You're just like, whoa.
And then he stayed there. He slept right next to me. And about every hour, I'd wake up. Either he's like pawing at my leg. The one time he's like rubbing up against my leg. I'm like, Sherlock, what the heck are you doing? And then he just kind of looked like, huh? What? But
He's a cat. He does cat things.
He's a good cat. He's a good cuddling cat, so you can like hold him like a teddy bear if you want, and he'll like just purr and be happy.
whereas
that
Augie
is-
showed me you can actually hold him upside down as a teddy bear.
Yeah, that
Okay.
too. Yeah.
Well,
That
Augie's
is-
evil. So.
That's testing your luck there.
Focus RS, no need to fear. I am now here. By order of myself, the Q&A can now officially commence. Thank you,
Well,
Focus RS.
Thank you.
All the way from Australia.
Woo.
So, Bill Lewis says, thanks, Morgan.
Thank you, Bill.
Bill, congratulations. Fred Weiss, what's
Yes.
best, F11, TLC, or other? I'd say,
I would say best at what?
best at
what are
what?
you trying to do?
I mean, if you want to replace F11, you can just like spin in a bottle. I mean, you're gonna do about the same. Just spray your spit then on the surface.
We
It's
haven't-
gotta be about just as good.
that's coming from Luke Berge, who in no way represents the
Third
rag
party,
company.
definitely not.
He is not
To us.
employed here.
The rag company.
We don't claim him.
I will say, what's best? I don't know. I've never used F11. I've never used the last coat. as to any of the other products, honestly, the Wowa stuff's great. Beadmaker's great. All the Optimum stuff we carry is awesome. So any of what we carry is awesome. Is really great.
But
so,
that's the whole reason we carry that stuff is because we vouch for it.
Yeah.
Not the other way around. All right.
Bait Addict, an hour early. I have a Christmas work party in a few hours too. Bait crew. Thanks, buddy. Casey Dratch. Hi, Luke. It's Casey.
Thank you for coming, Casey. I told you should come, but I didn't think you actually would do it. And like I told you, you got to get this quick detailer. I told you that.
G. Davis says, Hans. G. Davis, look at the right of his face. He's trying to hide the cat's paw prints.
Oh, man.
Frank Martinez, Levi the Cookie Bandit. Lol, one of the funniest Christmas stories I ever heard.
That story, that Christmas party you went to, that was just
stealing
worst.
my cookie.
You took your potluck food back.
It was
and
just a
left
cookie
the
platter.
party.
So savage. I love
So
that.
brutal.
I love it.
Oh man.
Thanks, Frank. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Ricky, got my showstopper and shampoo today. I was gonna stop at that, but hearing all this great stuff about the quick detailer and placing my order now. By the way, order from Boise to Puerto Rico, delivered in 3 days. Impressive. All right.
That is impressive.
It's pretty nice, dude.
Once again,
Sydney.
Luke will vouch for that QD.
Yes.
Cindy
I very
Gwynn,
much
hey
will.
y'all, and Luke, welcome to Boise.
Hey, Sid.
Sid, what's going on? Smeek Raptor, a lot of Minnesota boys in here. Okay.
Seems to happen.
Must be Minnesota man.
Huh.
Adam Blackwell, what's happening, TRC? Massive thank you to Dane for the YouTube help. Already seen an improvement. Awesome,
See,
man.
he asked me some very detailed questions about YouTube, and I gave him some tips. And if it's working, that's exactly. I'm just really happy to hear that. Congrats, Adam.
Depredation, how does 121 compare to, say, G-Technic C2V3 liquid crystal? So, Contact 121 is a paste wax.
Yeah, they're like totally different things.
C2V3 is a spray. So, that right off the bat is different. One's a spray sealant that actually provides a number of months, like more than 6 months protection, where crystal provides about 3 months of protection. The difference is the amount of hydrophobics and contact angle.
Yeah, the whole selling point of Contact 121 is that contact angle. That should be the reason somebody wants it. So if you're going to like torture test it, this other thing is more durable, that's not the point. It will hold up to a decent amount, but it is a paste wax, so it's not going to be like your sealants or your ceramic coatings or anything like that. It's just a different animal. However, it does have some pretty clever stuff going on in it that is not your traditional paste wax stuff. So, yeah, there's definitely benefits to both. All right, moving down the line, Hans. Luke Berge, how was your flight? Did you need the Eagle blanket for comfort?
Actually, no. I went to take my Eagle blanket on board, and TSA confiscated it. Not actually. I left that at home because I didn't feel like dragging that with me. But both the flights actually went extremely well. I was kind of nervous initially because I haven't flown since I was like 9 or 10. But both flights went extremely well. On the flight from Philadelphia to Denver, I did get an exit row seat, which is always nice.
Smart.
And then from Denver to Boise, I did not get exit row, but I had the middle seat next to me open, so it was comfortable.
There we go. Nice, dude.
Good.
Luke, can you confirm that Dane has in fact been banned from entering any establishment that serves Slim Jims?
Oh my God.
See, I'm not sure about that because I came in this morning and I walked over to Dane's office over here, and he's just over there, just kind of like hunched over in the corner. I'm like, Dane, are you okay? And he comes up. He has Slim Jim grease just all over his mouth, and I'm like, Dane, are you okay over there? And yeah, so we won't talk about what else happened there, but we'll let that go.
He just had to get a hit. That's
So
all.
I'm not sure if he's getting it on the
quick
black
bump.
market.
We got to
or
get
if he-
Luke Berge a checkup because he is seeing
Sydney,
goodness.
question about Showstopper. For coating brands that don't have a last step protectant sealant, would you recommend Showstopper to give the final shine illusion that the coating will produce on its own within days? That's a really good question.
That is an interesting thought. 'cause-
Morgan, what do you think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, would you
I
That was
probably,
insightful.
I
like
probably
that.
wouldn't put anything over it like right away.
But
Yeah.
Showstopper is not going to protect against anything. That's not its purpose.
No, so Sydney's just looking for literally the customer. It's when the customer comes to pick up their vehicle.
She wants that wow factor before the coating has a chance to really
Now,
get
the
up
reason-
to that.
So that's one of the reasons that like OptiCoat Pro and Gloss Coat request that you put OptiSeal on top
Yeah.
is because the coating is still curing and it gets glossier when it's fully cured.
And then it sheds it.
So it needs a protectant added to it, one to protect the coating while the curing process, but also to provide that glossy sheen and slick surface that customers want, but is not achieved for anywhere from 2 weeks to 30 days. So, and like inspiration, when inspiration is cured, about an hour later, you can put bead maker on top of
Yeah.
inspiration. And same thing, it's kind of protected. So she's basically, could you put showstopper to create that gloss effect on the surface of a coating after it's, I would probably...
I don't know what that would do.
I don't know,
to the
Sid. You can
coating.
try it. My thing would be to, one, make sure it's fully cured, obviously.
Yeah.
Two, I'd probably try something first like Quick Detailer. Something that's a little...
That's where I was going to take it, was why not try
If you don't
Quick
have issues with
Detailer?
Quick Detailer, put Quick Detailer on because you'll get that gloss enhancement. You'll get that shine, the depthness, the color, all that stuff.
And a little bit of protection.
Plus a little bit of protection. And then you could probably put Showstopper on top of the Quick Detailer if you wanted to go that far. But not testing it in a coating realm like that, I haven't tried it, so I can't help you.
Yeah,
So,
because the effect of Showstopper is purely cosmetic.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Focus RS says, by the way, hi, Luke. Danny the dog, hi, all. Hey, Danny.
Hey,
Bait Addict, I like to apply something after each wash to help dry my coated car. So applying 121 over my CSL EXO would be fine, except that I'd like to know what product to use every wash after to help it dry. Quick Detailer. Luke, what'd you think? We used Quick Detailer as a dry aid.
Wowo's Quick Detailer
Yeah.
more specifically. But my other question with that, are you doing soap and water washes or like O&R or some type of
Yeah,
other...
Bait Addict, we did O&R over, like that we washed the car with O&R, and then we used Wowo's Quick Detailer as a drying aid, and Luke was really impressed.
Because I do have some personal favorites, but some of them don't do as well with a product like O&R as they would doing a soap and water wash.
Yeah. Morgan,
Sure,
what do you
yeah.
think? Agreed?
I either use Quick Detailer or waterless wash, depending on what I have.
There you go. Focus RS, are the Crayola pencils the official writing medium of Jag owners? No, they're just here. Morgan was doing a drawing request for a customer.
Dane uses the fat crayons.
yeah, they don't trust me with the pointy ones.
Bait Addict, I
They
always
don't know
use,
I keep a sharpener at my desk.
always use
Jesus.
crayon sharpener.
You also keep one in the mailroom?
Dane snacks on them sometimes
Yeah.
too.
Bait
When
Addict
he's out of
always
Slim
Oh,
Jims.
man.
He's like, "Oh, this red one looks like a Slim Jim."
savage. Morgan dropping bombs. Bait Addict, I
the
always
back row.
used Bead Maker or C2V3 diluted without issue. So is there a Wowo's product I can use over the top of CSL EXO Contact 121?
That's a common thing that's coming up a lot is people trying to cover 121 with things.
Stop.
When
Just
that's
don't.
Stop. Don't
as,
cover
as
121.
a general rule, if you're going to use 121, don't put something on top of it.
Yeah. Don't put
You
121.
can, but it doesn't mean you should.
I do have a
That's kind of the
question.
point.
I do have a question. In that case, if you want some type of drying aid, couldn't you use Showstopper?
You
Because
could,
it's not supposed to give protection?
but it's the lubricity is different.
Yeah, it's not going to have
Okay.
the same
Needs a clean
lubricity
surface.
that a Quick Detailer.
Yeah,
or
it's
something
still going to
like
provide
that.
lubricity, but it's not. It's a different type of lubricity.
Yeah, so it's not really ideal for
The
drying.
chemistry is just very
a
different.
Quick Detailer would be a better drying aid than Showstopper.
Gotcha, okay.
Because the Showstopper, once again, pure gloss enhancers. Like,
Yeah, that's
that
all
is
it
just
is.
a focused product on that and that alone. All right, moving down the line. Where are we at?
Aaron's so-called life. What's up? What's up, Aaron?
Hey,
Danny the dog. Hey, Livy, can you develop a wash mitt for aircrafts and trucks? I emailed you about this, but still no answer. Danny the dog from Iceland. Danny, good to meet you, man. I remember when you sent that email, we passed it around the office. We used to carry a product like that a long time ago.
long time
It's
ago.
called the Eagle Blanket.
No, it's called the Eagle Blanket.
Hey, you could cover an aircraft
Well,
pretty
you got
quick.
to see it. We cleaned we cleaned part of the flooring with the with it, but we had mops and we had
microfiber
mop kits that you could use for washing
But you
larger
can swap
things.
the heads with like microfiber towels. That-
Yeah,
we used
so
to have
we
something
had
like that.
stuff like that. We don't anymore, and it's just a process of trying to figure out if that's something that's viable or something we want to create in the future. So Appreciate the. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. We've had so much going on with SEMA, and then just getting the Wolos line launched that I'm sorry it fell through the cracks. So
Frankly,
we'll revisit that, and I'll get you an answer for sure. But I understand what you're talking about and what you're looking for.
to clarify with shipping mops, the handles in particular were really difficult to ship without it raising the price like a whole lot because of the awkward shape of it
Yeah.
and stuff. Just like shipping it, it really messed with shipping prices.
Yep.
For what it was.
So, Kyle House, yes, I was wondering what type of stains to be aware of that could be set in by using steam, and how often did you run into these type of stains when you had your shop, Levi? So, very rare. Most of the time, it's paint. Most
Or
of the time-
Sharpies.
yeah,
I
or
found
Sharpies.
that out the hard way.
Yeah, Sharpies or paint. Mostly, like, so it depends on the paint. It depends on the colorant used. Sharpies, you're right, Luke. That's really it. It's not
There aren't
something
many,
that's
at least in
all
my
that.
experience.
Yeah, I never really had an issue with set-in stains. I had problems with red dye. That was a big one. Red dye, if it sat for too long, you couldn't get it out.
He did say by using steam. Did you use much steam in your
I
shop?
did have steam, but we didn't use a lot of it. We used hot water extraction for most of it.
Now, I don't know how it works on upholstery, but in my experience, one of the tricks to get rid of Sharpie marks, at least, was to use a dry erase marker over one. It sounds scary, but actually then it basically turns that Sharpie mark into a dry erase mark, and then you can erase it.
Yeah, but not on fabric.
But it wouldn't work on fabric.
Yeah, I was like,
I wouldn't do that. But, if it gets on paint or something.
Ricky Cologne ordered quick detailer and interior cleaner now via Amazon. Added a note to get the bottle signed by the crew, including Luke. Wow, you'll get a Luke signature instead of an Anthony signature.
That's a rare,
That's pretty awesome.
rare
Good work,
swap.
Ricky.
Can't promise that ever again.
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, it's going. Okay, yeah, we can still get that order in. Hopefully, we can get that. It's through. He's getting it through Amazon, and we fulfill it from here, so it
Yeah.
should be fine. Hans, Wowo ceramic booster, I heard, is good for coated cars. Yes, Hans, but it's not available in the U.S. because we didn't bring it here because we didn't get the testing needed behind it to okay it. So
Correct.
Aaron's, what is your guys' thought on the Bissell extractor for detailing? I don't need a high-end extractor. Should I go with a Rug Doctor? So I have a small Bissell Spot Clean.
Mm-hmm.
It works great. Morgan's borrowed it. She likes it.
Yeah.
We used it a lot on some of the stuff that we did with your brother's car.
Yeah.
It's a good little machine, and for $100, you can't beat it.
Yeah, I mean, for $100, you're not going to find anything better.
No, and it's great for around the house. It's great for touching up stuff in certain cars. It's a little small for some of the bigger vehicles, but I find here's what I do. This is how I get away from not having to shampoo everything. I use a multi-sprayer. I mix the Optimum Carpet Fabric Clean and Protect in a multi-sprayer. You can also put it in a foam 1.5. I use Terminator first. Take Terminator and I spray the carpet down with that and I let it sit. Spray all the carpets and upholstery with that. Then I'll take Carpet Fabric Clean and Protect, spray that on everything. Then I take a brush. Then I agitate all that.
Okay.
Then I take a towel and I'll dry off the seats. I'll wipe down certain things. And 90% of the time, that's all I need to do. Then I just vacuum everything up and I'm good to go. If I have to shampoo a spot to mostly extract a liquid or a stain or something, then I bust out my little Bissell, and that works just fine for what I need in my garage. So, and that's doing 4 or 5 cars a month. So
Not bad.
I do also have a Bissell. It's not designed, it's not spot clean. It's technically to shampoo like a whole room, but it has the attachment, the hose attachment on it. I generally only use that if I have like a stain or something that I really want to extract out of there, like a coffee stain.
Yeah.
But for what it is, we got on Black Friday for like $50 or $60. So for what it is, it was phenomenal in that case.
That's awesome. Aaron's, what is your guy? Oh, that was it. Katie, hey everyone, just popping in to say hi. Can't stay for the live, so I'll watch later. Hey Luke, I'm hoping you can sneak over to Tim's office and maybe finish that East Coast vlog. Smiley face.
Oh.
I did get to sneak over to Dane's office, and he showed me what he has of the East Coast travel.
Not bad
vlog
so far, right?
Besides,
Not
for
bad.
he couldn't figure out how the audio works. Apparently, the music was just overpowering the audio. So Dane's still learning. So give him a break.
Oh my
but
God.
Get roasted. You just got absolutely wrecked on live
I'm
TV.
getting punished for the fact that the server can't furnish the audio clips
Oh,
fast enough.
yeah, go ahead and place the
match
blame on someone else.
Is that the reason why it's not
No,
going to
literally,
premiere
the
till
reason for the
2021?
audio- The reason for the audio dropouts is the files are on a server, and the connection between the two wasn't fast enough at times, and it would drop them out as a way of compensating, and you would hear other layers of the audio I did. So, technical reasons. But hey, nobody wants to hear that, so whatever. I just edit.
There you go. Nice. All right, Dane, will it be possible to foam your cream to Dane, or should I get plenty on my hands and rub it all over my... Oh, I don't know about that, Focus RS. Arcadia Wash Shop. Gotta go, guys.
Lordy.
Catch you later. Carissa Thomas. Hey, I want to buy and try the new products, but my bank account is being hacked. Later, after the bad people go away. Also, $5 per day special.
A lot going on there.
Aye, okay, Carissa. I don't know what you mean by that, but I'm sorry that your bank account's been hacked. How many days, maybe? There's a lot of different specials going every day. With the WOWO's 12 Days of Christmas, you get basically an item with every WOWO's purchase.
So it's not discounts on the products themselves. It's a bonus to go along with them.
Yeah. So.
And then the last day is the most special day. Just throwing that out there. Let's see. So after Teresa there, I like how everyone asks if O&R can foam. You should put a print on the bottle that says it can't foam.
Well,
since
it's only
Aaron
because
Friends'
it's
wife.
propagated by the man sitting across from me.
Yeah, I know. He's really not helping.
He started
this whole
this joke.
situation.
And now everyone asks it as a joke, and then the people who genuinely don't know
They don't
are
know, and then they hear that, and
confused.
they're like, but can it? It's
Yeah.
like, no.
Who says I started
no,
it as a
no.
joke?
Oh
See,
my God.
he's really committed to this bit.
I am. I very much am.
Help us all.
All right,
Please,
Morgan, hit
read
Ben down
Ben.
there.
All right, are we about to move it? Because when it moves, I can't read.
Tim will scroll it down here. Just a moment.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hey everyone, I've been combining Ferrex and the Optimum Clay Towel lately to be more efficient for the decon stage, but I am now confined to the garage for the winter with no running water. How would you recommend doing an iron decon rinseless?
Oh, Ben. How many rinseless decontamination washes are you doing? Is this for work purposes?
Yeah, that's what I wanna
Or
know
is this
is-
for personal purposes? Because you only need to do a decon wash once every 6 months
On your own personal
on your own
car.
personal car. So I'm going to say I would hold off at least till the spring comes back and just do some O&R washes. I would say switch over to OptiClean as a pre-soak or WOWO's waterless wash as a pre-soak. You could do that too. So that's kind of the way I would recommend that. So Mark Guile, will creme de la Dane smell like Slim Jims? No, that's the fun
So
part. We get to
gross.
choose the scent.
Oh, my God.
So,
I didn't
Smell
know
like
that was part of the deal.
stale male scent.
yeah. Cyprian Daniel Irusiak. Hey, Levi, can you develop a wash mitt like a
Levy.
mopping system for aircrafts and trucks? We are in the aircraft detailing business in Iceland.
Man.
I think this is the same person,
I think it's
and
the same guy.
I already answered, man. So you should just listen back a little bit. But basically, we have mops currently on our site in our clearance section, and we used to create another mop prior to that you could use for washing and that kind of stuff. But it's just not it was never a big seller, and it's something that we moved away from. So it would be coming back with something that we could really correct, maybe utilizing the cyclone material
Yeah.
and kind of going from there. But again, it's
Well, one
Yeah,
of the
it's
big
one of those
reasons
things.
is not a lot of people bought them with some stronger marketing behind them, being able to like show people a reason to do it. But we honestly don't know how big a market that would be, and the shipping is awkward. So it needs to be a viable thing.
Yep.
So at least for our stuff there.
Yep. Chris Marcial, not too many videos online for this, but what advice would you give if I'm trying to clean spilled milk on car flooring? I own a hot water extractor. I'm sure there's more to it. Yes. Milk is what is known as a what? Morgan from the Rag Company, certified detailer in the IDA. Question. What kind of stain is milk?
Protein.
That's right. How do you break a protein stain?
With an enzyme.
There you go. Luke, what kind of enzyme remover does the Rag Company sell?
Terminator.
There you go. So, Chris, spray some Terminator on the stain first to break that up, or even put some Terminator in your hot water extractor too, in with the chemical, so that way you're kind of putting that back in, and then follow it up with the enzyme with some more Terminator at the end, just to break up whatever's left over.
That removes the most offensive part of the whole thing, which is the smell.
Yeah, chemistry-wise, Dane, how does that work?
The enzyme, I believe, it breaks down the protein.
It does, but it breaks the strand.
Right, so it's no longer connected. It can't function as a protein any longer. So, yeah.
There you go.
I am not a scientist.
It's perfect
Are
that
you
you answered
sure?
that. Sounded like you were a scientist
Yeah,
there.
that sounded very scientific.
Very Dane explaining. I do
Whoa.
research before I do those, so.
Rectangle. Want to add OptiSeal to my gloss coat. Does OptiSeal just flash off, or do I have to wipe it off? Both. You can leave it on and let it just sit there, but you may have some high spots. But you can just wipe it down too. So kind of both, man. It's pretty great. G. Davis, will you be offering on-site training in the future? Yes, G. Davis.
Great
the new
question.
training center that we are developing here at the Rag Company will be offering probably like a 2-day course that people can pay for and attend. We'll include like a hotel room and food and all that good stuff, plus maybe some Woes products or a discount towards maybe a credit.
And as you know, Levi is a certified trainer, so. I mean,
Well, I'm a certified detailer, the skills validated, and a recognized trainer in the IDA.
recognized trainer.
So
There you go.
So yeah, man, we will be. Stay tuned for that. When we announce it, we will be putting it on the website as like a something that you can order. And I'm trying to build it all out the best way I can. I literally talked to Dane. I need to contact one of the hotels here to find out what kind of pricing we can get for that
Gotta
kind of
work
stuff.
out
So
a system there
Yeah.
for people.
So Casey Dratch, I always call Luke when I screw stuff up so he can tell me how to fix it, which happens a lot. It's good to have a friend like Luke to be able to call and bounce those questions off of. So, Depredation Levi, would you quickly go over your washing technique for your microfiber towels?
Tell us, Levy.
Cold water, free and clear detergent, half a cup of distilled white vinegar in the bleach port with a cold dry, meaning no heat. When I put it in the dryer, no fabric softener, no dryer sheets, nothing. And if it's a drying towel, I don't put it in the dryer. I hang dry it. So
Ironically.
yeah. Future Prison. Hey, Luke, is Solution Finish Trim Restore a long-lasting type of treatment or a dressing like other Restore dressings?
It is very much a long-lasting as long as you prep it properly. I have found out some waxes or sealants, if you get it on the trim, IPA doesn't cut it enough. I think it's McGuire's number 49 works most of the time. The other one that I've yet to find anything it can't be is another Black Wow product, Pre-Wow. That stuff can get pretty well anything. I haven't found anything that can't get off. IPA works majority of the time, but I have found certain instances where if you have it on there and it's stained it white, it can't get that off first, and it'll cause your solution finish to fail. But generally, I'm seeing, if you get it on there properly, I'm generally seeing at least a year out of it till you start seeing
that's good.
fading. And it's Black Wow Pros similar. I'm generally around the 9 months with that, but sometimes, like if it's extremely faded, I'll do solution finish, allow that to dry and whatnot, and then I'll actually top that with Black Wow Pro, and it makes it last a little longer yet.
Yeah.
And you also get the hydrophobic benefits then
Because
too.
once again, you're following the principle of put your longest lasting product underneath, and then you can top it with other things as you see fit.
Yep.
So makes perfect sense. Let's see. So we've got just below Vigor Auto Detailing. Can I come stay at MOS HQ? Well, that'd be a great question for Levi.
Yeah,
However,
Levi loves to
he
invite
hit the ejector
strangers
seat.
into his house to stay with his children.
Hey,
Oof.
I wasn't a
Oof.
complete stranger though.
I'm not just saying you. I think Levi wants everyone to come here and stay at the MOS HQ. But I think what people would probably prefer, as I'm sure you probably wish you were sleeping somewhere else.
She's like
In
anywhere
a certain
else.
California king
In
bed.
a certain
No,
California
no,
king
I don't like where
bed.
you're taking this now.
Or the mailroom. Both sound great. But see, I was hoping you were going to make a bed out of
mail.
all your
No.
shredded mail.
Because what I imagine is getting like a Santa sack,
Yeah.
you know, shredding the mail and
Yeah.
putting the shreds into this big
Well,
Santa sack,
how
and then
else am I
sleeping
going to
on it.
create fake snow on my lawn if I don't have a whole bunch of little white
That's littering,
shreds
Dane. It's literally littering.
It's only littering if you don't pick
Save
it up.
the
That when
turtles.
you're done.
You're gonna pick it up when it's done and it's all mushy and
That's what I have.
All right,
a
Dane, I would
leaf
like to see it.
vacuum
Dane, I'm gonna
for.
find out where you live.
You have a leaf
and
vacuum? Oh, you can have your lying guy do it.
I'm gonna.
Oh, I walked in.
Man, Morgan is pure savagery right now. And to think I let you ride in the Jag, and this is how you repay me,
Oh,
man.
man.
Hey, I did not get to ride in the Jag yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
when
I
you
don't
get
know.
your
Maybe you're not
chance.
gonna let me.
No. You know what? We're going to the
Oh,
Christmas
Dane's
party
gonna let
tonight.
you
You can
drive
ride
it.
with me. We
In
can
the
go
rain.
to my house, and then we could swap into the Volvo, and then we could take the Volvo. You, me, and Liz can go to the party. Maybe we
There
can
you
do
go.
that.
Nice. Okay.
So
What?
yeah, I
So
just
what's-
thought of that right then and there, but that works.
You take the jet. Wait, you're gonna take Luke in the Jag back to your house,
Uh-huh.
so you can see the mail room. He can
And
see,
he can see how not terrible
he
it
can
is.
see the big TV on the wall that's gonna fall off any day now.
On Callie, because Callie's the only one that sits
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
You can see the Christmas tree. Get your picture with the Christmas tree,
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Selfie.
and then you're all gonna ride in the Volvo to the party.
With Callie.
Because I remember a long time ago, I promised
dog.
Luke if I hadn't been
true,
sold
you
yet,
did.
I'd let him ride in the Volvo too.
That's
so.
true.
I mean, the other way you could do is
You
bring
get
it to
two
work
birds,
tomorrow,
one stone.
But
I mean, I
all depends
could,
on how you
but
look
it's
at
Friday.
it.
but this is easy. This is
Friday.
easy.
Friday's Jag
Friday's
Day.
Jag Day.
Yes.
Same with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Literally any day that's not snowing.
And even if it is snowing a little bit, if it's under 3 inches, the Jag's coming out. And that's all.
Wow, that line
All
without
right, where are we
context
at?
is not
Where
good.
are we at? Hans Closen says
Did you
the
have to do
MOS
that,
is a
Dave?
5-star room. Vigor Detailing wants to know if he can come stay at the MOS HQ.
Oh man,
Can
there it
he?
is.
Aaron's, every time I watch detailing videos sometime, I get the F11 ad or something. Yeah,
I
that's
get
what
that
they
quite
do.
often. That or
They
can
promote
coat.
very heavily on social media, and that's why people tend to ask about
Yep.
them.
Focus RS, the MOS HQ has so many 5-star Yelp reviews, but I'm concerned about some of the reviews at Ledane's Mail Emporium.
We won't talk about that either.
G. Davis,
Oh,
Luke, did
man.
Anthony leave you the keys to the Evo?
Sadly, no, he didn't. I was trying to convince him, but he wouldn't let me. He tries to say that he doesn't own a Evo. He only has the
Honda.
the Civic, but I don't
Eh,
overly believe him.
No,
I think he was more afraid that I was going to steal his 2 dogs if I got.
Oh,
They're big
yeah,
boys.
They
They're
are.
big
They are.
dogs.
But I would
fluffy
still steal
boys.
'em.
They're big dogs.
But they're adorable.
They're great. They're sweethearts. Where are we at here?
Focus
Focus RS.
Yes.
Luke, have you considered doing a Will It Foam YouTube series?
Actually,
Ketchup.
that's
Just
a great
like
idea.
the Will It Blend ones.
That I should probably do, actually.
That would be pretty funny.
You could do it
Just
like
put
the
a-
hydraulic press channel, but it's Luke Berge with Will It Blend. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Will it foam?
Oh, boy. This might
That's a
get
great
interesting.
idea. That's a good idea.
I mean, we know you can foam Irish Spring on myself because that
There you
video
go.
you can find on the Ride Company
That's right.
podcast Facebook.
That's right. Luke
And we
did do
definitely did not post that. That was all Luke.
that. Yeah, sister foam him. Michael,
Just
our
sounds
buddy
worse.
Michael from Germany. Good evening from Germany. I put Showstopper on my garage Mercedes, and the gloss is quite nice. As Levi said yesterday, it probably only lasts a day, even when it's in the garage. Yeah, Michael. I mean, you'll see. It's still going to be glossy and shiny, but the gloss meter index, so to speak, kind of disappears after about a day. That's basically how we do it. So.
It's a project for car shows.
Yeah, it's literally for a car show. So it probably gets 1 to 2 to 3 days, but the reality is it's for a show. So we were putting it on the Lambo every day at the at the car show.
And it
or
made
at
a
SEMA.
difference.
And
On a
and-
car like orange like that, ooh.
Yeah, and we did do a waterless wash and a quick detailer wipe down midway through, and then reapplied Showstopper just to make sure we weren't building it too much.
And
So
tire restore
yeah.
on the tires as well.
Rectangle, I'm going to try Gloss Coat plus 121. I'll keep you guys updated. Okay. Rectangle, would you use fallout remover when the car is rinsed off or dry? Yeah, you can. You can use it when it's. A lot of people will rinse a car first, then they'll put fallout remover. A lot of people will do it dry and then let it do its thing.
There's
It
nothing
just
wrong
depends
with
on the
any of
amount
those.
of what's on the car. Like when I had Idaho Power trucks, utility trucks that were white,
Yeah.
they were always covered in fallout.
Sure.
So
yeah.
it just made sense to just do it while it was dry because I could spray it all on and let it soak the most and get the most agitation out of it.
Obviously, rinse off when you're done.
Yeah, and then I'd rinse them. So, and then I'd just wash them like normal. So Lee Hazelwood, so many choices for ceramic coating maintenance, quick detailers. Some have an SiO2 infused in them and can be toppers. What are your top 3 recommendations? Quick detailer. But above that, my top coating recommendations are always going to be OptiSeal and Beadmaker.
Yeah.
So those three are probably your best bets. They're the safest, most effective. Everyone knows I'm a big fan of doing OptiSeal overnight topped with Beadmaker. It's just a ridiculous combo.
It's nice.
And it works really well. So, no. Anybody else? Top 3 recommendations?
I mean, I do love Beadmaker. I think a lot of people, just to address this, because I've seen it come up in the comments a few times, people think that because we're introducing Wobo, suddenly the Optimum line and the PNS
There's Optimum and
suddenly don't
PNS
matter.
right there.
Guys, we use that stuff too. This being here, it's not a zero-sum game. Just because this is here doesn't mean that goes away. They all get used, and there's definitely situations where any can be applied.
Mm-hmm.
You could definitely make that work. So, once again, one does not remove the other. We have them both, and it's because they all fulfill specific needs that we're all looking for. So that's why they're there.
Yep.
There you go.
Where are we at here?
We are-
Focus
Focus
RS has
RS.
a question for Morgan.
So he wants to know, what would I recommend is the best wash medium? The Cyclone Wash Mitt or a wash mitt made of Dane's hair?
Oh,
So Dane, when he accidentally shaved his beard off, he
Oh.
collected the remains
Oh.
and glued them to a kitchen sponge.
I
And
remember that he was trying to sell it.
yeah, he was
Yeah.
trying to sell it as a 1 of 1, and
Not
he
a
was
lot of buyers.
You can find it on eBay for actually slightly more than what his Volvo's for sale right now.
oh man,
Actually,
No,
if you
we're
buy the
gonna sell
Volvo this weekend, he'll include it for you.
that's
man.
awesome. You're such a giving person, Dane. I love that about you.
I give of myself, and this is what I get in
Oh
return.
my god! But honestly, if I had to choose, I would definitely choose a Cyclone Wash Mitt over Dane's hair sponge.
Yeah.
You
But
know
that's
what? I
just-
would too.
That's just me. That's just me.
Fair.
All right. Daniel Holt, any chance you guys can intentionally haze up a test panel with a compound and see what showstopper adds to it? Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
That's easy. We can try that. Big Old Dog, anyone looking for an extractor can get the Bissell Little Green Pro Heat Portable Deep Cleaner right from Bissell via eBay for $59. They say refurb in the listing, but they are
Oh.
brand new. Nice. That's a great little thing right
Yeah.
there. Morgan's going to be purchasing that. picking
Yeah,
it up
I'm
for
gonna
her
hop
house
on
there.
right now.
So Hans closing. Luke, someone very important on your phone. You keep checking it.
Wow. That person happens to be Hans, actually,
Hans
messaging
is
You guys are
messaging.
having a
NG Davis
private
a little bit.
conversation.
I see how it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys just say it in front of all of us? Do you guys have some secrets or something?
Well, see, he was telling me how hungry he was. Dane and Levi graciously took me to Boise Fry
the one
Company.
and only.
Yep. And got the bougie fries or bougie?
Yeah.
Bourgeoisie
Bougie.
fries.
Bourgeois.
Bourgeois.
Which call 'em
Boo-
bougie
the birds
fries.
were
We call them
Bourgeoisie.
bougies. Yeah, we call them
But
bougies.
yeah, those things were extremely delicious. And
For those
so-
of you always wondering, the Boise Fry Company carries a selection of delicious fries made out of Idaho's own famous potatoes.
Yeah.
and they were very delicious.
These were the normal home-style russet,
Yeah.
cut in a steak fry style, a home-style cut with duck fat. They were fried in duck fat, covered in truffle salt.
Ah,
Yeah.
Truly delicious.
Yeah, they were extremely delicious.
can't
Dense.
be beat.
So then Hans said he only will eat at B&K. But he will also eat at Cracker Barrel when Dane is hosting a dinner show.
Oh, I love this.
Man.
Don't hold your breath, buddy.
See, my
All right.
favorite was in New Jersey when Dane and
We were
G.
looking
Davis-
for Cracker Barrels in New Jersey. We were actively looking
Yep.
to go there. We were going to take Dane, hijack it, take it there.
Didn't find
VJL, good question. What are the top 3 SiO2s for maintenance? I don't really.
I mean, does it have to be an SiO2? That
It doesn't have to be. C2V3 is probably the easiest to use. I think it's got an SiO2 in it.
Yeah.
Hyperseal.
Hyperseal.
Yeah,
I love Hyperseal.
really
I
good.
use that
Anthony
quite a bit.
really likes
Yeah,
it too.
Hyperseal is probably the best there. And then a lot of people like Reload from
Yeah.
CarPro.
Yep.
That's that's probably the main the OG, so to
Yeah.
speak, for that. But Martin Carlson, VJL says TRC must be a fun place to work. We've
I
been
don't know.
enjoying it.
What do
I
you
had
think, Luke?
my fair share of laughs today just watching everyone around here.
That's why Luke came up here. We
Yeah.
want to hang out, see how the fudge is packed, and he's gotten to see that. So it's good stuff. Martin
All
Carlson,
right.
what would be the best way to reduce orange peel from a plastic repainted bumper? Well, Martin, if you're capable of wet sanding, you could wet sand the panel with 3000 grit and then polish it out, compound and polish it out.
Get some KX
Focus
sanding
RS,
blocks.
Dane, your slow PC issues is a perfect time for a collab with Linus Tech Tips.
Linus has forgotten more tech things than I will ever know. Like, that is so beyond me.
Oh my god.
So, yeah. I appreciate the thought, though. I enjoy watching the videos from time to time, so.
Chris Atchley, your 12 days of Christmas. Do you have to buy one product per day to get rags? Or can I order all at once and get the rags?
So he wants, like, all the day specials.
He wants all the day's specials.
Well, that's absurd.
Well, stay tuned, Chris. Just stay tuned.
Well, I've seen he left that comment on another video and was asking. I feel like...
We're on the live. I'm going to tell you, Chris.
I'm going to tell you.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Till the end of the week.
Yes.
Till the end of the 12 days.
Yep.
Keep an eye out. Follow us on Instagram. Make sure you're watching out. And all will be, we'll let you know.
Chris,
So,
the 12th day is what you want.
Yoshi, always hilarious when someone without a radio filter is on a podcast. Has Luke been showed the Dane of Thrones or the Palace of Rags that hasn't debuted yet?
Oh, my God.
So we don't have a Dane of Thrones here.
He saw the drawing, the
He
original
did.
drawing.
Well, Luke.
Well, that was my drawing.
That's
the
Luke's
one I
drawing.
had.
Luke
Yeah.
asked for a Dane of Thrones
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah.
So Luke has that, and then the Palace of Rags that hasn't debuted yet. I think he means the Island of Misfit Towels.
Right. That actually got cleaned up a long time
Well,
ago.
it's mostly Jeff's office now.
Yeah. even that got cleaned
That
up.
did get cleaned up, but
It
there's still
used to be
boxes.
It
And then
used
it
to
came
be
back.
like a jungle in there. It was
It was
crazy.
Anthony's office.
Yeah.
Before it was Anthony's office, it was just a
Yeah.
room full of towels.
You saw how big that room was for just imagining the entire floor is at least a foot deep of just towels and stuff. And then several boxes on top of that
Yeah.
all around.
So yeah, so we haven't shown him yet. We will. Carissa Thomas, if I buy 12, one per day, $5 chem charge per day, can it lump them? Carissa, we dropped the $5 chemical charge. There is no chemical charge, but there is a minimum shipping on all the
right.
bottles.
So free shipping is a minimum of $59, but with that you don't have to worry about the chemical charge anymore. And even then it was only a one-time charge when it was in place, but now it's gone. So
I've yet to have an issue of hitting $59 when making an order.
and then
I've
there's
never
like-
had that issue. Never.
yeah,
You'll
Never
have to
pay
find
for
a way.
shipping.
Th-
Love
that's
that.
and that's the nice thing, the way we do that with the free
Yeah.
shipping. Cipra and Daniel Irasu, the thing is, just like the washment you produce, just can be applied on a normal mopping system. It would be perfect for big trucks, aircrafts, and buses. Agreed.
That is the cyclone material.
Again, that's not a problem. We've got the material. It's the manufacturing cost and the R&D and all the stuff we have to do to make that and go through the trial of figuring that out. And we are currently working on another project at the moment.
And it taking up
that
space in
has
the
to do
warehouse that you can't be selling other things that are popular.
We have
Well,
some
we're
other
working on
projects
it,
that are
so-
rather pressing.
Yeah,
on
so
the,
we're
that
not saying
domain.
no, Cyprin, but there are some things that we do have to get through first before we can do something like that. So we appreciate it, though. And like we said, we always try to innovate, always try to come out with something new, come out with something different. In this case, there are already companies that do carry this stuff.
Yeah.
All you got to do is a bit of Google searching. So it's
I'd
and it's
never
one of those
say
things.
never.
Yeah, it's one of those things. We used to do it. Like we said, it wasn't a big seller back then. But again,
No.
back then we weren't that big.
Right.
So you never know. It might be good to bring something back like that. So, all right, Tim, let's bring it down a little more.
Oh yeah, there's a few.
All right, Ben Runkle for the business. Okay,
All right.
Matt Gibb. Howdy, guys. I'll message you when I would like to do with the podcast episode in the new year. Pads are one, but maybe a few controversial ones. But I'll let you have the final say. Catch you later on. Thanks,
Nice.
Matt. Hope
Throwing
you have a
out
good
ideas.
Friday. Have a good weekend.
Yeah.
I saw he got his media shed all reorganized, and the horror section, old 80s horror section, has been replaced with the gaming section.
Wow.
Very nice. So
Nice, Matt.
looks pretty impressive. Riley S. Luke, what is your Cream to Dane petition up to?
We are at 68 signatures right now.
How
68
are there that
signatures.
many people?
It's getting to 1,000. Let's help get that. Get Luke to 1,000.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
don't.
we need it.
subscriptions.
There are some pretty good comments on there too. Just
Oh, God.
Dane loves one of them.
Focus RS says he'd like a banana scented cream to Dane.
Oh, no.
And then he says, Riley, it's up to 68. I saw Dane sign it earlier as well. G. Davis, question for my son. Will be the East Coast vlog be ready by my Hanukkah pizza party sleepover on the 22nd?
22nd of 2020.
I was just
Possibly.
saying 22nd of what?
December 2020. Possibly.
Oh.
I'd push off till 2021 just to be safe. But
I want it to
Dane,
be
as
super
the,
old and
Dane,
irrelevant.
as the son of G. Davis, I need you to answer.
Oh, what? He's my dad?
He's my dad.
Well, it says question from my son.
Oh, well, that's different. Yeah,
G.
I
Davis,
was a little confused about that.
I just saying, Dane, you don't want to embarrass a child at his Hanukkah
No.
pizza party sleepover.
I showed what I had at the East Coast vlog to Luke, and I think he would agree. It was pretty good. Right?
it was
You
pretty
got
good.
to see the part where G. Davis does make an appearance.
He
Yep.
does.
And I got that. I actually videoed the part on my phone where Anthony almost falls over on the tram.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Rectangle, can you add crystal sealant on top of gloss coat 1 hour later? Would you wait longer for the coating to cure? I would not put it over gloss coat. I would wait for the gloss coat to cure before I put crystal sealant because, again, totally different manufacturers. I would honestly just put OptiSeal on top of gloss coat and just leave it at that. Future Prison, cheers, Luke. I'll look into it. Riley asks, any plans to carry the other WoWo's products like fabric sealant, hot wax, Hydro Bead, and Awesome Foam? So, Riley, here's some of the things. So, we are looking into bringing on some of the other products, but the way we created these kind of products, we wanted to make sure that the line becomes well known before we start bringing and adding more. We could have launched the entire stuff.
That would have been so overwhelming.
It would have been
for
really
people.
overwhelming. It'd be really confusing for a lot of folks. This was already bringing on a lot. Most companies only bring 3 to 5, 6 maybe chemicals to start, and then start releasing one every month kind of thing. No other company has ever come out this fast in the U.S. with 17 products to market.
Which I think caught a lot of people off guard.
I think that's what
Just
surprised a
how
lot of
many.
folks.
And of course, makes people skeptical when they see that because they're like,
Right.
"Oh, how did you manage
Yeah.
that?" And it's like, well, because they're new, but they're not new in the
They're
grand
new in
scheme
the
of
U.S.
things. And they're new in that the ones people were familiar with before, there have been some significant changes in
Yes.
some of these products because of your and Anthony's input in particular. So, as for why we're so passionate about WoWo stuff, it's because we've never had that ability to offer that level of input about the user experience, about a lot of the factors that go into the actual product.
Right.
And beginning to end, like the whole process of what one gets out of it when they use it.
In case you guys are wondering, this is what the old bottle looked like.
A
This
quick
is the old
detailer, for
sprayer.
example.
This is an old bottle with a quick detailer. This
That's
is a
the sprayer
killer.
they came with.
This is a great product. Nothing wrong with it, but it's pink. And we wanted the quick detailer to be a different color and smell a little different and act a little different. So
and yeah, it goes far beyond just the scent. And
this
stuff.
was
I mean,
this
that
was already a
lot
great
of-
product. Anthony
yeah.
really liked this product, but he knew it could do more, and so we asked Fraser to try and what else can we do with it?
Yeah.
What else can we bring out? And you got the turquoise bottle on the end there, which we think looks a little better for
That one's
the
Anthony's
US market.
baby. You guys
So-
torture tested that within an inch of its life to get it to that. So it's impressive.
But
what,
yeah,
came to
Riley,
that.
fabric sealant. I've been testing. I really like it. I used it. Bagnarok has been covered in it prior to our UK trip. I fabric sealed my suitcase just
Yeah.
to prevent it from rain, water, all that kind of stuff while traveling.
Was
Works
that the
great.
English gentleman?
That is Bagnarok.
Oh,
That
Bagnarok,
is
yeah.
my Timbuktu carry-on.
Right.
Very nice bag. The fabric sealant is great. Hot wax. It's a liquid wax that you apply still, and you wipe it off. It does have a carrier agent. It does flash off. It is a good product. It is designed to be used in a high heat, in full sun wax. I try to push people to be in the shade. I don't want you to be out in the sun working if you don't have to. I have a lot of friends after this long in the industry that do have skin cancer because of their detailing in the sun. So for me, it was just a...
I want to stress to some
I
people.
want to bring products that are just going to be safe and easy. I don't need you to be standing full sun to it's not to say it's a bad wax. It works really well and it goes on very easy and
Right.
it's flawless.
But I want to stress to people, another big part of it is when you're taking the risk of introducing a line like we did, as complete as we did right off the bat like this, it's easy because people are familiar with some other companies that have 10 different soaps that all do the same
Right.
thing. You end up with crazy redundancies, and we didn't want that
And-
because
and
that's
Wolos
an easy way that
themselves
people
have
can
said
deflate that balloon, and it's
Wolos
not-
themselves say that. They don't
it's
want
not
to
a
have
valid
10
thing.
different things.
So,
Fraser,
yeah.
that was one of the first things when I met Fraser. That was one of the things he said. He goes, I hate that there's redundancies. I hate that there's so many different versions of
because people
one
look at
thing.
that and they're like, oh, it's just kind of a soulless market
So
grab.
we
This
wanted
is
to
all
try and
has a
create
point.
the unique. We wanted to bring out the unique parts of this. We
Right.
wanted to bring out the heavy hitters, the best of the best, so that you guys can enjoy this line. And then as the life goes on of this range, we still have some things in the
Yeah, you got
kitty
some
we
tricks
can
up your sleeve.
we can pull out and bring to you guys finally. But again, we spent 19 months working on getting this line to the U.S. This is what we have signed off on that is capable of working in the U.S.
Yeah.
There are other products that work great in Europe, and European detailers are used to this style, where American detailers are not.
They would probably complain about something or other that
So
happens.
it's learning the differences in how we interact as detailers and what we can really do for each other. So that's Hot Wax. Hydro Bead is a good product. We've been testing it. We've been using it. Luke got to see it. I have a bottle of all of these products at home. He got to see the Hydro Bead.
Yeah.
There's some tweaks that I'd like to make for the American market to change for Hydro Bead. Now, not to say that the current recipe's bad or anything. It is good. It is really good.
But we're all about like the fine tweaking that really, because we hear so many comments from people about the particular experiences they have, and we go, okay, we're not going to allow this one it seems minor to people, but it's like a big deal in the grand scheme of things. You
We
want
just
to
want to
make
make
these
sure
tweaks.
everything is as good or better.
Yeah, and with
than anything
these,
else.
we know they are.
Yeah.
So that's why we have
So that's
these
that.
ones.
And then Awesome Foam. Awesome Foam is a pre-snow foam foam. It creates a very clingy, wet foam that sticks to the surface and emulsifies and encapsulates and mostly emulsifies and decons. It is a decontamination soap. So you would use that first. That's what you would foam your car with. Then you would use detailer shampoo to wash the car. But we created detailer shampoo to kind of do both.
Yeah.
So it can clean, it can break down, it can be really great on there, it can provide a lot of lubricity, it can be pretty awesome for you. So
Yeah.
that's why we've got that. People want to be able to use it. And in the UK and in Europe, snow foam, prior snow foam is the number one thing. People
It's like a
use the snow
huge
foam
deal over
first
there. Yeah.
before they bucket wash. Here, we don't do that.
No, and it was just, it's catering to a different audience with different tastes, and you want to make sure that you're making people happy with the product you're
Yep.
offering rather than trying to make compromises.
And the same thing with Awesome Foam. If we bring it to the U.S., I'd like to make sure that it hits all those topics. I would love to make it something where we could do something cool with it, where it could be a true decon
Yeah.
foam and really teach the market like this is why you use a snow foam. Because, like I said, the UK they're normally used to that. Here in the U.S., we're not 100% there.
Yeah.
So, and remember, guys, this is designed for everybody. This
Yeah.
This isn't just a performance professional line. This is a product for every man.
That's why I
and
like
woman.
the simple names.
So-
There's no confusion
Yep.
about what each thing does.
Exactly. So that's one of the reasons. Matt Gibb says, "Have a wonderful Christmas, everyone. I'd love to have Christmas in Boise one year." Matt, we would love to have you, brother, anytime. As always, you know you're welcome.
Yep.
And then Hans, Tim, if
Scrolling
you could
down,
scroll it
Timmy.
down there, says
Maybe.
Megs has a trim cleaner, not
Oh.
M49.
There we
Oh,
go.
M39 is a trim cleaner, not M49. I've been trying to get in the Netherlands with no luck so far. Oh, man,
Yeah, you are
sorry.
correct. I looked that up there. 49 is part of their boat lineup, not 39. So my apologies there.
Future Prison, haha, Morgan's on fire with the comments today. Just dropping bombs.
Yeah, you were tearing me a new one. Thanks.
You're welcome, Dane. Only for you.
Oh,
Brooks Mini wants to know if anyone knows about a Vauxhall Astra, i.e. a Saturn Astra. Yes, we know. Yep.
Yes.
And then Riley says, or an Opel Astra. Yeah, we do.
they don't make
All
them
right.
over here anymore.
Focus RS Levi, got 2 years for my last coating. Kamikaze, can't decide between Inspiration / Bead Maker, Drying Aid, or Crystal Sealant, Quick Detailer, Drying Aid. Pros and cons. Not bad, man. Inspiration Bead Maker's been working awesome for me, and I've gotten nearly 22 months out of in one coat of Inspiration. Inspiration, PNS is recommending 2 full coats of Inspiration. And so if I were to redo the coating, I would probably go 2 coats of Inspiration and Beadmaker on top of it. And then I'd probably use Quick Detailer in between just because it's easier.
Yeah. It's quick
but
maintenance product.
Crystal Sealant is now on the front hood and front fenders of the Camry, thanks to Luke. So he got that on there for me. So we'll see. I'm going to test it some more and play with it. And then Focus RS says, again, would like to top with a wax for the looks before car meets, etc. So I'm probably going to say Inspiration, Beadmaker, and then top it with, Malo wax. Or if you're doing Inspiration and Beadmaker and you've already polished out, it's coated, and you've been using Beadmaker, man, you could literally just hit it with Quick Detailer and or just do straight Showstopper on top of the Beadmaker. Should be just fine. So Brooks Mini, okay, we know what a Saturn Astra. Riley Opal. Hans, Brooks Mini, what do you want to know about a Vauxhall/Opal? G. Davis, I'm betting that Luke and Dane never make it to the Christmas party, but end up meeting the IROC woman and her kids at Golden Corral.
Well, see, that's where you're wrong.
He's bringing Liz with him. He can't do that.
No, see, the problem with that is Golden Corral.
It's going to be at Crackle Barrel instead.
My problem is with Golden Corral. They know how I feel
Dane
about
knows
chains.
he can't, once he
And
walks into a Golden
buffets.
Corral, he can't walk out.
Can't walk out.
Can't walk out.
I walk
Last
into a
time he's actually banned from Golden Corral, so he's trying to cover that because he got banned for jumping in
Are
the
you telling
chocolate
me
fountain and trying.
I was going to say, I want to know that story.
Am I alone walking into a buffet and I just automatically feel kind of sad?
My
Like,
favorite
it just feels
was-
sad.
My favorite was my brother and I were at Golden Corral one fine evening for fun, and we saw a gentleman using the tray to carry all your plates.
Yeah.
He was using the tray as his table, as his plate,
Oh.
and he was unloading all the fried shrimp
Seafood.
onto his platter,
See, that's
That's
the
a
dangerous
choice.
part.
onto the whole
Buffet
platter.
seafood.
And then he said,
That's a choice.
the last time I was here, I ate 3 of these, and pointed to the platter that he was holding,
The tray.
the tray full of fried shrimp.
Great googly moog.
Probably about 150 pieces of fried shrimp. He was a very large
Oh.
gentleman. He was a big, tall guy. I mean, he was probably almost 7 feet tall.
Jeez.
But it was just kind of surprising to see him holding that platter and no plate on top of that. It was very strange.
That man is a brick house.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
moving along.
Brooks Mini in the UK, it's sold as the Vauxhall Astra. My sister owns one. Han says,
I
I
still
heard
don't know where
Luke,
that conversation
I heard Luke was trying to sell some limited edition Dane cream. G. Davis from Focus RS. Luke completes Dane's IROC family. He can be that crazy uncle that everyone loves. G. Davis says he's eagerly awaiting the TRC fudge packing video. Focus RS, I'm guessing Luke is the same age as the IROC woman.
Where is
sounds
this?
good. Chris Atchley. G. Davis, I'm actually old enough to be Dane's dad. The summer of '88. Focus RS.
He's only off by a year.
What will be out first, the next Avatar or the East Coast trip?
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, Avatar's got to be.
There you go. Rectangle. Hey, Morgan, how's the coating doing on your E46?
Well, considering the fact that last winter it didn't have a home and it sat outside and that it's still a little bit there, I would say pretty good.
Yeah.
But I am looking into recoating it soon. Either in the winter while it's chilling in the garage or in the summertime when I'm ready to start driving it again.
Yeah.
So you're thinking gloss coat again or Inspiration or something else?
You know, haven't gotten that far yet.
I think we've got some G-Technic products as well.
Ooh, that's
hanging
right.
out.
There's a lot of options.
Could play around with like CSL or something.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
So, Hans Close and Luke and Morgan are the only ones that use foam. Even Luke's body got foamed.
It's true.
Okay. Thanks for the additional WOWOS info with all your testing feedback. I know these are going to be awesome products. Looking forward to receiving my incoming order. Yoshi, whatever
Thank you.
happened to making a video with Jason from Engineering Explained?
He's a hard man to reach.
Did we skip over Ricky Cologne, or did I just...
No, I said signed
Okay.
off.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
Okay, crew, signing off to dinner with the fam. Awesome show. Looking forward to getting a limited edition TRC featuring Luke Berge signed bottles. Take care and have a great weekend.
Burgley.
Nice.
Close
Well, have a good one, Ricky.
So, Engineering Explained with Jason.
Yeah. So
You saw him at SEMA again.
yeah, saw him at SEMA again. So we've said
He goes-
hi the
he was
last
like,
two
oh,
SEMAs.
hey, I forgot. We're in Boise.
Yeah, and he recognized, however, he does not live here anymore.
Oh,
He
moved
did
away.
live here briefly, and then I found out he actually moved away like a few months back, like in the summer or something like that. So
Okay.
I don't know where he is now, but it's not here, unfortunately. So
Well, good to
that makes
know.
it a little more difficult to shoot a video with him. But then again, you never know. I will say, though,
He was
talking
very
to him
nice
in
to stop
person,
by.
very nice, very gracious, funny dude, too.
Yeah.
Like, actually,
Did he stop
he's-
by because he was looking for the rag company or because he was looking for Tavares?
He wanted to look at Tavaresh's Lambo, specifically. But then he recognized us, and he started talking. So
Oh, good.
that's how these
Nice.
things go.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
It's good to know. Wowo's in the house. Fraser, what's up, home skillets? That's a nice looking wash mitt. Would go well with detailer shampoo. So yeah, what you guys
That's
are looking
kind of the
at here
idea.
is the new Wowo's mitt, wash mitt, Cyclone, in the purple and white colorway for
Yeah.
detailer shampoo. That is going to be coming out soon, probably after the first of the year. So
What's your
look for
read
that.
on it, Luke? What do you think?
I mean,
It's exactly what you
Yeah.
would think it would be, but
I
made.
I'm sorry, Fraser, but I'd still pick the America mitt. I love that.
Oh,
mitt.
the American mitt.
I got two of them. I love them.
Yeah. He's got the Murica mitts, as I like to call them.
Focus RS, what was in the house? Can't wait to get some of your products here in Australia. G. Davis, message retracted.
Ooh.
Wow.
Dang.
Must have been bad.
Rectangle, where's Bait Addict? He was
He
up
was
there
up there.
earlier. He had to bounce because he had a Christmas party to go to. So he may still be just on the outskirts.
That's the last comment. So we've
we're
got
already
about
at the end, and we've got 20 minutes
20,
left.
25 minutes to go or so.
So do we want to talk about Grandmasters?
Dang, you
Wow,
missed
G. Davis. You know a little too much.
Summer of 88. Do the math, Dane. You were born May of 89.
Wow, that guy is sharp. Ew.
Just, I will say that I did meet Dane's doppelganger and
Oh.
brother in the
AU
UK.
Dane. AU Dane.
No, it
Oh.
was our other friend.
Not AU Dane. He's
Um,
he's just British Dane.
British Dane. Good friend of ours. Really nice guy. I told Jeff, though, that I was a little concerned because he looked like he could be a Henan. And
You're like, did you spend any time
just wanted to make sure.
in the UK in the 80s?
Just wondering. So wanted to be careful with that.
No, AU Dane, for those who are wondering, is alternate universe
Yep.
Dane. He's me, but much less inhibited and more of a jerk to people.
Well, there's Bait Addict back in the house. All right. So
yeah.
one of the things I wanted to say while we're getting some questions in here, and we
Yes,
got
let's build up some
15,
questions.
20
Guys,
minutes
keep
here.
bringing the questions in. Leave it go.
So want to talk about the Grandmasters. Morgan,
Yes.
what were we talking about? We're going to be releasing the Q1 2020 Grandmasters.
Yeah.
When's that going out?
So probably early next week, one of
Okay.
the first couple days of the next week, the application will be open. It'll be
Mhm.
open for a whole week. So that link will be up. It'll be in the bio, and we'll probably link it to the Rag Company story at least like once a day or once every other day.
How long is it open for? 1
a
week?
week. Yeah.
7 days.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And it's going to be available in the bio on Instagram.
Mhm.
Rag Company Instagram only.
Yep.
That's the only place you can find that Google Doc, correct?
Well, it's
The link
just
to that?
wherever the link is shared is
Right, but
Yeah.
but mostly it's only going to be on Instagram. You can't go to
Yeah.
Facebook to sign up to be a
no.
can't send us an email.
Nope.
You have to go through the
gotta use the
Instagram.
link.
So if
Yep.
you guys aren't following us on Instagram and you want to be a Grandmaster, you have to go on the link. And we are going to be announcing after this,
Something exciting.
at the end of the year,
Well,
we're going to be
I think
announcing.
we can tease even more than that.
I don't want to tease any of it. I want to leave it until Anthony gets
Well,
back.
There's nothing to tease about the fact that from the very beginning we agreed that each year we would pick one Grandmaster who went above.
That's
and
true.
beyond.
That is true.
And they would be selected as Grandmaster of the year.
And they would get a prize package.
Yes, and we've been working behind the scenes, and let's just say this prize is going to be incredible.
I'm excited.
It's
I'll double that incredible right there.
yeah, you
Yeah.
heard
We've
some
been,
of the details.
We've been
so-
I've been reaching out to some of our
Yeah.
friends in the industry, letting them know what we're planning and what they'd like to donate. And if you guys can go back and think about, one, all the brands we carry.
Yeah.
Two, all the friends we have in the industry.
yeah, well beyond just the brands we carry.
And three, just what we are capable of. It behooves you to
It's,
become the Grandmaster of the year.
Yes,
And it means a lot when you can
and it
be the Grandmaster. You put in the work, and we will reward you handsomely.
And I will say, when it comes to Grandmaster stuff, we're very hands off for the most part. We try and keep it fairly open ended because we love to see the creativity, what people are able to do with the they're empowered to do what they
Right.
want in their own creative way. So by taking those things, doing giveaways or doing really like cool, wacky posts, stuff like that, all kinds of interesting stuff, and then the people who like continue to rep as Grandmasters well after their quarter has ended, like we notice that stuff.
Yeah.
So that does go above and beyond, and it takes someone going above and beyond to truly be a Grandmaster of the Year. So
Yeah.
we are very excited for however that turns out. But
yeah, really excited to see. It should be fun.
it's going to be hard to like
Um,
figure out how to make that pick, but we're going to try. So
Quick
Yeah.
side note, actually, though,
What's
I do want to say they've been showing me a little bit of everything going on around here. I'm just gonna say next year, 2020 is gonna have some pretty epically cool stuff coming out.
oh yeah, it should be
I'm
rad.
That
I'm
too.
extremely excited.
We're gonna have fun with it. So here we go. Broham. Are there things you can't do with O&R wash and wax that you can do with regular O&R? I love my O&R for many uses and thought about trying wash and wax green bottle, but not sure of its uses.
that's
so
a pretty straightforward one. I
So
want
you
me
can
to
do
answer?
everything with
I'll
O&R.
answer this one.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so just because I know I usually make Levi answer a lot of these more technical ones, but this one's really straightforward. So when it comes to wash and wax, if you're just looking to wash your car, dry it off, and be done with it, wash and wax is your friend, because once you're done drying it off, that's it. You protected the car. You don't need to do anything else. You've done your rinseless
Yeah.
wash and you've done your protection all in that same time period. It's a very efficient way to do that. However, the reason O&R is so popular is because the myriad ways you can use it, and the whole reason for that after you finish is there's no protection left behind by the blue O&R that is wash and
Yes,
shine.
agreed.
So you're freed up to do the polishing or do whatever other stuff you want to do. Put your own protective product on afterwards of your choosing. That's where it kind of frees you up and leaves you with more options. However, if you're just someone who's just doing a maintenance wash on your car, wash and wax is an awesome way to do that. Get it done and move on with your life. Like that's why that exists. So if you're looking for a very simple, straightforward answer, that is why.
Exactly. Way to go,
Boom.
Dane.
Boom.
So one fun thing that you can do with wash and wax O&R is if you're doing dusty trucks, the interiors, plastics,
Oh, yeah.
and rubber floors. So let's just say if you own something like a Ford Splort Trick, something like that.
Sport
Uh,
track.
It would be a great product to use to
God bless you.
clean the interior up. It would be a great product because not only does it encapsulate the dust, but it leaves a little bit of protection behind. So if you're in a like I used to use it on Idaho power trucks. So we had these big F450s, F550s, F350 trucks that were vinyl seat, rubber floors,
Yeah.
black dash, black door panels.
Workman's
Yeah,
trucks.
just very simple, but covered in dust. The easiest way was to blow out as much of the dust as I could, vacuum up what I could out of there, and then I would take about a gallon of the O&R wash wax, throw it in a bucket, mix it up, and then I would not a gallon of that, but a 1 ounce to 256 of water. But I only needed about a gallon of water. I throw a bunch of towels in there, and then that's what I use to clean the interior product, like the whole interior with. We were almost one and done with that. We didn't have to go over anything except for maybe the floor to get some of the extra dirt, but it helped get and lift away all that dirt. Where if you used let's just say you took interior cleaner into a very dusty truck, you're going to have trails of
Sure.
the dusty
Yeah.
dirt, where with the O&R wash and wax, because of the encapsulation process, you're able to
Yeah,
remove
and I was
a
to
lot
say
of
that's
that.
not necessarily a
Picks it
fault
up.
on interior cleaner's
No, it's
part.
just
it's
it's
a difference
any
in
type of
chemistry.
interior cleaner. The difference is we're using something different.
Yeah.
We're using a rinseless system to try and remove, and the encapsulation's a little greater.
But it is a unique solution that does work very
It
well.
works really well
Yeah.
for that. So, Woes, big shout out to everyone who's grabbed some products since the launch from TRC. Hope you're all loving the products. Bait Addict,
Boom.
So Gauntlet arrives in store January 1st. That's the plan. Hans Closen, you all should go with Woes. Wink. Bait Addict, also the weather back home is terrible. It's been raining for 2 weeks. I guess Idaho would have been the same weather since it's close to BC. It has been. We've been raining almost every other day. Today the sun came out a little bit, and it's going to rain tomorrow. And then Saturday when Luke leaves, it should be sunny, partly cloudy and sunny. We're going to try and climb Table Rock Saturday morning. That's the
nice.
plan. G. Davis,
beautiful
is
up
a
there.
coating or sealant longevity affected by being on PPF or versus just paint? Yes. So PPF is very different than paint, obviously, Greg. So the clear coat needs to it has to bond. Coatings usually bond with the clear. They don't bond with PPF. Now, there are some products like G-Technic Halo that do bond with PPF. Yes, Crystal Sealant will bond with everything, but it's how it's going to cross-link and actually last. The durability changes based on PPF and clear coat. So you may get a lighter lifespan. You might get just as equal lifespan, or it might exceed it. It's different for every manufacturer. So, it's also worth saying that working with Levi and Anthony with input from all the other people at TRC was an amazing experience. This new lineup wouldn't be the same without their input. Thank you, Fraser.
Thank you, and that's
We
true.
couldn't have done it without you allowing us to come in there and
It literally wouldn't have happened.
start telling you what to do. There's not many people that'll listen to Anthony
No.
and I when we talk, but we really wanted to help you with this brand because we saw a lot of promise in it.
Big credit to Fraser. He saw it, what that critique, that helpfulness was, and actually took it and ran with it and turned it into a really positive thing.
Yep. HM Auto Detailing. Hello, everyone. Hans, I heard Master O&R Former has hearts on his eyes. I don't know what that means.
That's a story in
no.
Facebook Messenger. We'll leave
Focus
that out.
RS Dane, what was product would be best to dust my Christmas tree? After being up for so long, it's gotten very dusty. Quick Detailer probably the best.
I feel like Quick
Or
Detailer is
interior
tempting.
finisher.
However, interior finisher is what I would suggest because it has anti-static properties.
Oh, great idea. Yeah, I like that.
That's green to go with green.
Yeah,
Christmas tree.
I mean,
just saying.
Just saying.
Hans, Focus RS, awesome foam would do great, then Crystal Sealant. Bait Addict, can we see the hydroponics of Crystal Sealant or its durability? I'm curious to see it before I decide to buy it for decon seal jobs. Currently, I just use Power Lock for those type of details.
Okay, before you talk, I just want to point out hydroponics came up probably in his autocorrect, so I know what you're looking for, buddy.
So hydrophobic, Anthony did a video a while back with some testing. I don't know if it's on the Instagram or not.
Yeah, it's
Or was it a
yeah.
story
On
post?
Instagram, he did a story post, but I think he made a post, or maybe it was just a story post where he had 3 different things on a hood. He did not tell anyone what they were, but he just said, "Judge the hydrophobics of these 3 products next to each other on this hood. See what you think." And Crystal Sealant was one of them,
Yeah.
and it kicked butt.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Bait Addict says he'd love to get a solid 3 months from that. Not bad. And Adam M, no money limits. What are y'all dream cars? So we all know what that is for me. It's a 86 Toyota Corolla AE86 SR5 and black and white Panda.
You are a true initial D guy. Yeah.
That's all I want with the red and black interior.
Yeah.
So, Dane.
It's a tough one. It's a really, really tough one, but I got to go with like childhood first huge dream car, 1993 Jaguar XJ220. In
Nice.
dark blue with a glass roof and all that stuff. It's just so cool.
Yeah.
Personally, if it has to be a car per se, I'd probably go with something similar to Larry's R8. But if it can be a truck type thing,
Dude, whatever you want.
I would probably
6x6 or something.
no, not a 6x6.
okay.
I'd probably take a Ford Excursion, stretch it, and make it a 6-door.
Oh.
And then drop like a fully built like 24 valve Cummins in it.
So like one of those Centurion builds.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. That's pretty boss.
That would be pretty dope.
Yeah.
Centurion
It would
builds
be
are pretty
epic.
insane.
I
So,
can't believe Morgan's not here to give
I
that
know.
one. Okay, when she gets back, we're going to ask her because she's got
Probably
to
M3.
drop some input. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she wants one of every M3. That's what she
okay.
wants. But an E30 in particular.
So Bait Addict back. So Crystal Sealant's effective durability is 6 months, as in the hydrophobics and self-clean stay strong for that period or actually begin to fade after a month or 2. In our environments, Boise or British Columbia, Boise, he did. Any link? What? You're answering what I literally just said. So, so that was one of the ones he did. He basically took a hood panel and laid Crystal Sealant, Contact 121, and Malo wax on a hood we got from the junkyard. So this way we didn't have to worry about anything else being contaminated with other products. We went across the street, picked up a hood from a Saturn SL2, polished it out, and paint prepped it, and then put everything on. Let it sit overnight in a climate-controlled garage, and then played with water on it. Anthony went to the dollar store and picked up some Super Clean, picked up some Awesome, got a bunch of just kind of pretty harsh cleaners, and then just sprayed straight. I brought in some wheel acid. He sprayed some wheel acid on the surface. He did straight power clean. He did Ferrex, and just kind of went down the line. Used Super Clean, used Awesome, the lower end quality stuff. He went to Walmart, picked up some stuff, and we just sprayed everything we could on the hood. Contact 121, after everything had been sprayed on it and agitated and rinsed, was the one that was still providing hydrophobic properties and water shedding capabilities. Contact 121 and Malo-Wax, true to form because they are paste waxes. They shed. Malo shed very fast because it's the most simplest. Wax. It's a show wax. Contact 121 provided a lot of repellency over the chemicals for the first few, but then just quickly fell off. But Crystal Sealant stayed a very long time. Now, I have said this many times. I've been testing Crystal Sealant for well over a year. Last summer, I had it on the Suburban before we did the wrap on it, and I did have to polish it off, and I did have to razor blade it off. The high spot that I made and put it on the glass, I did have to razor blade that off because of how well it stays and bonds. It truly, because of the resins in it, it bonds very hard. Now, once you have the application process down, do not let this get away from you. Let this product do its job. Go slow, and it will reward you with great durability, great chemical resistance, and a great shine. And like Luke said, it's still very easy to apply, but it's as close to a coating as you're possibly going to get
without actually being one.
Yeah.
And also, just as a quick side note, I would, if you're getting it, get some of this just in case, because in that case there where it started drying and streaking like crazy, I just put a little bit of quick detail, and I was able to take care of that.
Yeah, so there was some spots where Luke kind of got ahead of himself, and he was having issues getting it off. We just sprayed some quick detailer on it. It softened it enough to be able to wipe it off. We paint prepped the section again and then just reapplied it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, just kind of treat it like you're using a coating.
So while it's like in the curing phase, it's okay to wipe with that to remove certain areas or bring down the high spots or any of that kind of stuff with quick detailer. And then what was, it was just a story post. Hans, Bait Addict, I've put it on yesterday. We'll be seeing how it beads sheets tomorrow. How long it will last will be tested after the winter. Bait Addict, I don't see any more stories. They don't last for more than a day. Bait Addict says, Hans, thank you. Thanks for letting me know. Are you applying any toppers over it or just testing its durability as a standalone? Focus, Luke just got confirmation from my sources. Your personalized Dane tattoo is drawn up, but they have questions about its location and the inclusion of Slim Jim going onto a paper shredder.
Oh, my God.
Adam M. Excursion with a 6-bolt is legit, my man.
Is this 6BT for some
He's
reason?
saying 6BT. It sounds like a Cummins engine
thought,
code.
But I didn't think 6BT. I thought it was 4BT.
That's what 4BT is, a 4-cylinder that I know of. I'm not familiar with
okay,
the 24.
Maybe I just don't understand it.
6 and an 8-bolt. That is a 24 valve. You're right.
Yeah.
So,
but anyway.
H&M Excursions are sweet.
I absolutely love ours, and we had a bad accident with it and whatever, so it also has some sentimental.
Whoa, sorry, buddy. Yeah, Crystal was the one that lasted the longest.
Mm-hmm.
So Contact 121 held on very well, but the first 3 harsh chemicals after that, it was a little harder for it to stick.
I mean, you guys subjected it to some pretty strong stuff.
We did.
And Crystal Sealant held on.
Yep. Hans, Bait Addict, put on a few WoWo's products on my car. Each panel has something else. Some standalone, some topped, and some different applied. John Hole, Clean and Shiny UK. Evening, guys. What's going on, man?
Hey.
Rectangle says he would go with a 22B. And G. Davis, enjoy the rest of your visit, Luke. Get photos of the mailroom, please.
Oh, my God.
I will attempt to.
He will be so disappointed to find out it's just a room with boxes in it.
He's going to be like, why haven't you not cleaned this out?
It looks like somebody just moved into a house. That's what it looks like.
The fun thing is he's going to go like, Dane, you have an attic up above your garage, right? And Dane's like, yeah. Why haven't you put all these up there? I don't know.
I've only been up there once in the entire time I've owned my house. There's a crawl space. I really tried to avoid going down there because I'm not a guy who's about spiders.
Well, you don't have, like I said, I was telling Luke last night, the scan grip match light, the big one.
Yeah.
The whatever that, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I'm sorry, scan grip. But that one has been amazing for when you have to do under housework or upper in the attic, so to speak, because you can create some great warm, safe light.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you feel safe.
Yeah.
You're not worried about any ghosts or spiders coming to get you. So good investment for little DIY stuff at home.
Fair.
So G. Davis, get the pics of the mailroom. Hans Closen says it's a butt cheek tattoo, right? And then Rectangle, take a picture of the gravel.
Oh, my gosh.
G. Davis, is there still a toilet in the backyard? And Crazy Dratch, Luke, manual, auto, or FMVB for the excursion?
I would probably say manual.
And then
Because you can't beat that sound, just saying.
Yeah. Luke, have you gone
Right,
light
back.
globe shopping? Have you gone light globe shopping with Dane yet? He might need to change a few. Oh, he's got some light bulbs. He'll probably need help changing.
And
then,
this is the part where Morgan offers up what her dream car at no cost would be.
Hold on, let Morgan answer the rectangle question. At
Oh,
the very
yeah,
bottom.
yeah.
What rectangle question?
The very bottom.
Hopefully you meet the gardeners. Why? Why are we?
Luke's going to be going over to Dane's house after this, so that's why people are giving out.
Is that who's putting his Christmas lights up?
Yep. So Rectangle says,
wait.
G.
Me
Davis
or
says,
garden?
get photos.
The gardener's gonna put up Dane's Christmas
Okay, I
lights.
just wanted to
Unless
clarify.
you were
So-
trying to help with that.
No, I wasn't, but I just wanted to clarify.
So
yeah,
as
yeah.
we
We're all on
see,
the same
G.
page.
No,
Davis,
we're not gonna put that on you. He
G.
pays someone
Davis
for that.
says, photos of the mailroom.
Okay.
And then wants to know if there's still a toilet in the backyard. Rectangle says, make sure to take a picture of the gravel.
Okay.
Oh my God.
And then hopefully you'll get to meet the gardener as well. So
Awesome.
all those great things.
That's
for you.
great. That's really great.
Oh, man.
Dennis Allen, hey guys, when doing rinseless washing, is it okay to rinse down car before doing that method? I'm worried that wet paint will not let you get proper lubrication for the product. Just spray it with a IK multi-sprayer and some ONR and you'll be just fine. But yeah, no, you can do that. It's fine. Bait Addict, also, anyway, we can get a video. Oh, Crystal Sealant is wipe on, wipe off. Yes and no. Yes, it is wipe on, wipe off, but don't get ahead of yourself. You can spray it on. You're going to wipe it off. You're going to need to flip the towel. You're going to have to buff it off. You're going to probably want to get one more towel to buff the final off. I recommend a 365 and an Eagle combo. Now, the other application method is through a sponge applicator. You can pick up either an Eagle or a 3x5 if you like. Spray some on the pad, spray the panel, put the pad on that spot, apply it like you're applying a coating, then set the pad down, grab your 365, couple wipes, take your Eagle, final wipe it down. Do a panel at a time. Do not get ahead of yourself. Let it sit for a little longer than an hour, about an hour, and then you can hit it with quick detailer or showstopper or whatever you want to do on top of it. It's totally fine.
And just from my little bit of using it last night, I would recommend the sponge because when you use the spray bottle, it seems to overspray a lot.
Right. Yeah, it does kind of overspray. It's a little easier to put that on there. So, Bait Addict. Also, anyway, we can get a video of the same tests Anthony did. Would have been nice if that story video was archived.
I believe it is archived, so if you wanted to throw it into a highlight reel on the Instagram page on
Get
the
on
Red
it,
Company's
Anthony.
Instagram, he could do that.
What?
So-
What?
The test he did with the hood.
Oh,
The story.
The three.
It was a
Yeah.
story post, but you can go back and
Yeah, I can put that on the
Yeah.
highlight.
There you
Just
go.
make a
Morgan will
highlight
get
out
on
of
it. So, Hans, Bait Addict. Yep, there she goes. Dabbing.
Yeah.
Bait Addict. Hans Closen, does the surface feel tacky after like polymer net shield or BSD? Yeah, it's a little tacky when it's wet. Once you wipe it dry, once it starts to cure, then it gets very, very slippery. Focus RS, I'm worried for Luke's safety when he visits Dane. If he offers you candy or mentions some swings, run, dude, run. G. Davis, does Luke have a date for the party? Hashtag Boise dating singles. Luke is my +1 for the party.
Yep.
So, Hans, Bait Addict does not feel very slick. Not use net shield, but feels slicker than Beadmaker.
And I was extremely impressed with how slick the instant detailer was. I mean, talking with Anthony at the airport, he said when you were testing it that just blind test, some people, it was about 50-50. Some people thought this was slicker than Beadmaker. Some people thought Beadmaker was slicker than this.
Yeah.
So this is extremely slick.
Yep. Yep. So, all right. Yoshi, I've done it. I've managed to foam O&R. Good
Let me
for
see
you,
it.
buddy. Proud of you. All
Hit me
right.
up on Facebook Messenger. I want to
Some
see this.
bubbles don't equal foam.
Yeah.
A little froth does not equal foam.
Bait
Foam
Addict,
is
great.
actual.
It's
like,
called dedication.
Are
Dave.
you
foam.
okay?
Yes,
Dedication.
Bait Addict. It will be on the TRC Instagram. He says, thanks, guys. And then thanks, Hans. So,
So before we close out, Morgan,
Yeah.
there was a question before, and we wanted you to feel included in it. One
What's
of the
my
viewers
dream car with
asked, "What is
no-
your dream car? No worry about cost, nothing. What is it?"
Can anyone guess? Because I've already said this.
Well, I said it was one of every M3.
Well,
but
that too. But if I
Is
had
it a car?
to pick a
Singular.
car,
E30.
no,
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh. I don't know.
kind of close.
Well,
Close if
what
you
do
go like
got?
F40.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's literally it's just one letter
Yeah, I'm like,
and
go-
one digit further.
Yeah. I'm like, well, I
Oh,
guess you were
that's a
kind
good
of
way.
close.
E30 to F40.
Yeah.
Never really thought of how those two. Wow. Yeah, that is. You know what? I may have to revise mine though. After seeing it in person, now I'm reminded. As much as I love the XJ220, I'm gonna have to sub it out for the De Tomaso P72. That is like my ultimate car, and I saw that at the Quail this year during Monterey Car Week. That car was incredible in person, and Anthony and I got to actually do like some detailing on it. Super cool. So if you don't know what that is, look up De Tomaso P72 and just drool on it or say it's ugly. I don't care. I think it's beautiful. So
All right. I just added that highlight to the Rag Company story, so just make sure you go look at that before Anthony yells at me and tells me to take it down. So you have about probably 12 hours max.
okay,
Screen record it,
nice.
because that's all you're gonna get.
Until we have a proper video out that demonstrates all that.
Right.
We'll get there.
So-
we'll get there.
ooh, all right. Here we go.
Yes.
Honda Civic.
Focus RS. Can
Ford
Woa's detailer
Fiesta.
shampoo be used as an
Oh, Ford
rinseless?
Festiva.
Heavy water restrictions in Australia at the moment, or would waterless wash be better than using O&R? So I'd still say you could use waterless wash in conjunction with O&R. I haven't tested detailer shampoo enough to be able to try and make it work as a waterless or rinseless. Again,
Yeah.
guys, we brought this in to supplement some other options for folks. So it's designed to kind of fit in with everything that we already currently sell. Then Rectangle says a Honda Civic, Morgan, and G. Davis, a 2003 Ford Festiva. Nice.
Yes.
Very classy.
Mark Abar, just wanted to wish you all a very Merry, safe Christmas. Keep up the great work. We'll see you in 2020. See you, Mark.
too, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Focus RS,
Bye.
red Volvo wagon. Anyone know where to get one? And then
I
Rectangle,
know
when
a
is next
guy.
day Nate making a comeback? Luke, have you rode in the 06 Elantra? 100% sure to give you the chills.
Is it an 06? For
It
some
is
reason, I thought it was an 03.
2006.
Okay, well, see what I know. That is actually what I was picked up in the airport in.
Yep.
It is quite the Cadillac, to say the least.
And it's fast. You were shocked at the pool. that you had. All right, guys,
Tim says it's time to
we're
go.
getting out of here. Daniel Ho,
Christmas
what
party
wash pad would you recommend for a
time.
black Honda with insanely soft paint? A Cyclone. Good luck.
It's
Sorry,
safer.
Hondas suck for that reason. Black paint is the worst. So be careful with it. Be safe with it. If you're looking for a good combo, Oberk, Cut, and Supreme, utilizing a wool pad, low lint wool from Lake Country, and a orange foam, or actually using the red Buff and Shine maroon Euro foam pad. That combo has worked the best for me on black Hondas.
If you go
So,
way
there
back
you
on
go.
the Obsessed Garage YouTube channel, you can actually find when Levi was over there working the S2000.
I wasn't using that combo though,
You
and I
weren't
wish
using that
I
combo.
wish
You
I
wish you
would've
had it.
that combo now. So
All right, guys. So this is
we'll see you next
the
week.
end of the line. Thank you so much. We will catch you guys later. Adios.